Hello YouTube, how you doing? I got right off the rails a second ago talking to the liveys, and it reminded me that it's time to bring you in on the action. Shall I recap? I've just recapped for the live viewers, but you know, I suppose now you're here, we may as well go over it again. And those of you who are bored by my repetition, well, get fucking used to it. Oh, of course, unless you go away, in which case, don't worry about it, you won't need to get used to anything. Where was I? Yes, I was explaining last time. Of course, those of you watching on YouTube are probably watching as part of a playlist, so this is fresh and redundant, but I'm still going to do it. Here we've got our little blue dick friend, little arsehole, little bum cleft of a being. Look at him sitting there on that bed. He's a Plains Titan. He's come through our fortress and caused quite a bit of pain and anguish. Less damage than I would anticipate something that was described as a Titan doing, but certainly a bit of tomfoolery and muckaboutery. I'm pretty sure he wiped out our military, which is a shame because if we'd actually just pulled everyone in and let him rampage through just inanimate objects, we may have got this same scenario resulting anyway. But essentially he got tired, he went into our wrestling dojo training room. Dojo? Were the air quotes necessary? It's definitely a place to train fighters, and I think that qualifies as a dojo. Regardless, we walled him in, and now we are safe, I think. Unless it's like one of those rooms where I've missed some holes in the ceiling, of course, but fingers crossed everything's cool. Now, we do need to reconstruct the trade depot, because, of course, without that, we won't be able to trade. And we all know that the highlight of the stream for most people is when the traders arrive. I imagine you all there at home, sitting there, leaning in a little bit closer to the screen, going, I do hope they've brought instruments. Please, please let them have brought instruments. And then some of you are going, I love a good book. I really hope they've brought some excellent bloody books, because I just want to hear him talk about fucking books all the time. You know, it's possible. I'm not entirely sure what your motivations are for watching this, but, you know, as long as they're not sort of means by which to learn everything you can about me so you can stalk and kill me, I'm happy. Oh, well, I mean, stalk and do whatever, you know, anything. Once it's got to stalking, I'm going to start feeling a little bit peeved about the whole affair. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the fortress. Yeah, I've designated a new trade depot to be built, so that's good. Or have I? I did, didn't I? I don't... Yeah, it's in there. I put a new trade depot in. All of our traps are still ready to be sprung because, of course, Titans don't trigger traps, which is pretty much a pain in the arse. Oh, here's a question. Dear viewers, dear regular players of Dwarf Fortress, the spike traps that I've put downstairs, if I put them upstairs and have the spikes retracted, can wagons pass over the top? What I'm really asking is, can I put lever-operated spike traps in this little area here and not cordon off my trade depot? I hear a noise in chat. I'll just go and have a look over there and see what's been said. Let's have a peek. Little known fact, but it was originally the Scoundrel 1000. Actually, wasn't it... What was that Matt Headworks thing? That had a number in it, like Matt 5000? I remember giggling profusely in a garden about that and a specific brand of socks. Don't worry, little inside meme from me and Base on Mars. We've known each other for our entire lives, so it's not like expect some impenetrable talk if I am addressing him directly. Where were we? Tidy. Wait, so I'm an X-rated poker player? Okay. I think I've missed the context. Oh, of course, putting X in people's names, like Professor and Malcolm, and that's it. It's got to be someone else whose name is something X. Somebody famous, right? Well, I'm at a loss, and I've probably prompted like 10 or 20 new, that's ambitious, 3 or 4 new chat messages that I'll look at an hour later and go, huh? So where were we? Keep going down. Ocelot says, I was talking to Cupo earlier about instruments and books. We agreed you were famous for it. People would flock to your stream if they only knew. I'm not sure about flocking. Oh, hi there, Rando303. I shall click the thank thing that's popped up here. You got an emote, thanks to Rando303's subscription. There we go. If I press enter, that should present you with some degree of thanks. Matt Headworks, that was it. DMX? No, nobody ever called me DMX. Oh, of course, that's someone whose name ends in X. Does that work, though? Because that's an initial... That's like an... Surely that's an acronym. Or is that actually his name? Are we supposed to say... Did his mum shout, Dunks! Dunks! Can you come back home? It's time for dinner, Dunks. Sit down. Don't you talk to your mother that way, said his dad. Come on, Dunks. These are not your dogs. These are other people's dogs. You're only a child. You have to grow up and then you'll be able to have dogs and put them in there along with your mans. See, I know who DMX is. I've heard that. I've heard that name. I know a little bit. No, Virtual Spaceman. We're riding out the last days of the previous fortress. Old Axethunder deserves a little bit of a swan song, I think. I think to dump it immediately for the shiny newness would be rude, because, let's face it, in this fortress I've probably grown more as a fortress-ster than I have on any other fortress. Just my willingness to try a couple of new commands has made whole new vistas of possibility open up in front of me, and now I'm like that guy at the end of 2001 Space Odyssey, shooting through a tunnel of lights, going, oh, there's a giant baby and now I'm old. I mean, not literally, but, you know, that's kind of what it feels like. Tacoma Games. Darren Marshall X. Ah, okay. Dimux, you reckon? I don't know. If I was presented with the three letters DMX, Dunks. I'm trying to devowelize it as much as possible. I suppose in some, are there certain pronunciations where you can use X as a vowel? I know Y sometimes pops up as a vowel, but X seems unlikely. I think we're going to go. Let's abandon this little side note because it's gone way too far, and I haven't even looked off of the first level of my fortress. Yeah, we're waiting for the lazy noob pack, frankly, Virtual Spaceman, because I'm just not ready for ASCII yet. I can't see the matrix. I need the steak. As long as it tastes good and I have a halfway decent position in the world, I'm fine with it. Sorry, let's get out of this quagmire of randomness. So we're building a new trade depot. That's fantastic. We've got ourselves a little tavern being smoothed off here, which is not yet designated as a tavern, and I'm not going to do so until it's been smoothed. And we're going to have some little hotel bedrooms here, because now we are not just a fortress, we are a hotel as well. An inn, if you will. A stop on the road. This here is just a stockpile for... Oh, food. No, sorry, this is the stockpile for trap components. This is a stockpile for prepared food. And hopefully that will mean that people who come to our tavern will be able to have some lovely, tasty food. Yum, yum, yum. Here's our barracks, which probably doesn't have many lads in it anymore. 2. We now have 2 people in our military still alive. I'm just going to have a look in Dwarf Therapist and take a peek at them. They're understandably a bit miffed. They're not happy lads. They're quite upset. Also, they're not lads at all. They're ladies. Well, we'll use we'll go genderless on lads. Genderless lads. That's what it is. It's like dude. People can be dude. Doesn't matter what they are. One of them's a mace dwarf. That's old Raoul, and Zan has 0 level hammer dwarf skill use, but he does have 6 points in discipline. So hopefully he'll be focused on his training. We do need to add more people, but we'll come back and look at the military in a little while. I'm going to unpause things so we don't spend the entire stream just looking at a static stream. I've noted that we've only been recording for 9 minutes, but I've been going for nearly half an hour. Good lord, YouTube, how dare I deprive you of all the juicy goodness. Let's go down a floor. I'm not going to use the hotkeys right now. I need to, because I haven't played for a week, I need to reorient myself. Here's our library that we built. That looks like it's doing okay. Is there a wounded person here? Is this blood? Are people tantruming? No, they're smoothing the floor. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine and dandy. Here's our farm. We did have some troubles with people getting in through holes in the roof, but a few well-placed pillars have put paid to that, and now the fortress appears to be secure. Fingers crossed. Down here, oops-a-daisy. Go up again. There we go. We've got our graveyard, which is really filling out. This corpse here looks like it needs to be reinterred. Also, what's all this about? Why have we got... Is that smoke? What is this shit? Something's paused. Okay, let's quickly see what that pause is for. Cancels pick up equipment, could not find path. Cancels place item in tomb, item inaccessible. Okay, okay, did the ceiling collapse? Why is there suddenly smoke? Is this smoke? It's smoke. What's the smoke all about? Why is fire suddenly... Well, there's no fire. Well, that puts paid to that old adage, doesn't it? There's clearly smoke without fire. If I go up a floor, has somebody stomped a bit too hard up here? No, nothing's come through there. What in the name of fuck is going on? Okay, let's play this out for a second. I've got no idea what's happening. I've got no idea why there would be smoke in here. Apparently that's a thing, and now the smoke is gone, along with the corpse. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's quickly fill in this gap here. We can put a coffin in there. Annoyingly... Oh, hang on, no, we can just select the closest coffin and that'll put that one right there in it, hopefully. Someone will come along and pop it in place. And then they'll get a corpse in there. Got a gem bin sitting there for no good reason. I mean, I know that because there can't possibly be a good reason for a gem bin being in our graveyard. Let's go down a few floors. This looks like some kind of vein that we've attempted to tap. There's another copper vein there. Here's our dining hall floor. Look at these offices. Engraved, smooth, the whole 9 yards. How do our nobles feel about this? Oh, the captain of the guard. He is never fucking happy. It's his quarters that are doing it. We need to sort his bedroom out. So when we get down to that floor, we'll have a look. Food storage. Looking full. I like it. The breweries are all available. Sorry, the stills. Our kitchen's good. Our... farm workshop is all good. We've put nesting boxes in finally. That took a while. The dining hall is now looking woefully under equipped with stairs, which is fine. What's this person doing here? Why are you... Oh, base on Mars, it's you. Cleaning self. Oh, okay, you do that by the well. Fair enough. I hope you're not wringing that flannel out into the drinking water. Even though there are corpses at the bottom of the well, but whatever. We've lost the hammer dwarf. That's a shame. Everything's looking good on this floor. Let's go down another one. Have a little peek. We've got the hospital. We've got the prison. Lots of little prisoners in here. What's this bad boy? Giant rat? Giant rat. What's that? Goblin. Beak dog. Large rat. Not quite as good as a giant rat. Troglodyte. Yeah, troll. We've got an interesting little selection here. And we've got this lad in prison. What did you do, Unib? Oh, you do a murder? I think he got possessed and murdered someone, didn't he? Mind you, imprisonment's better than having his head caved in with a hammer, isn't it? You shouldn't complain. What's all this? Why do they insist on flinging their clothes on the floor? It's like living with hundreds of tiny me's. Or teenagers. Here's the bedroom of the captain of the guard. I'm not surprised looking at it that he's a little bit peeved with it. It's not exactly glorious, is it? Let's designate smooth, and let's make it a high priority smoothing. Let's smooth this bad boy's room and see how he feels about that. And of course, then we'll do a second tier priority. We'll smooth the mayor's room. Give the mayor a nice little bit of smoothing. Oh, that's his dining hall. Okay, I'm going to go for tier 3 smoothing here then. There we go. Finish off his bedroom. Lovely. Hopefully that'll get done relatively quickly. It looks like all of our engravers have decided to come straight down here. Can we do the whole front wall in one go? Yes, they can. Lovely. Just what I like to see. Let's have a little look at chat and see if anyone's news turned up. Not that I was unhappy with the people already there. Good lord, don't suggest that, scoundrel. Someone has put a burning item in a coffin. Oh, okay, that makes sense, sort of. I've got a secret smoker. Oh, don't say that. I'm quitting smoking. Quitting smoking. Look, I've got a nicotine gum right here, just in case. Just in case. Not using it right now, but we'll see. We'll see. His burnt body got put into his tomb. Oh, maybe it was a smouldering corpse. That makes sense. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Calvin. Thank you. Much appreciated. Spelt different. Is that the same spelling as Calvin of Hobbes? Or... I can't remember. Oh well, never mind. We'll get back to this. Oh, you said something in chat as well. I'll get to it, don't worry. Druids Mead, good, welcome back, thanks for joining us, says, evening Blokebeards and Birdbeards playing RimWorld right now. Just lost a colony by not pausing while going for a pee. Permadeath, no backup save. Oh no. That's never good. I mean, it takes balls to walk away from a permadeath no save game. Iron Man, I mean, realistically, you have to pause it. I mean, part of me feels sorry for you, but another part of me thinks, well, you live life fast and loose, and you end up with baggy body parts. Okay. New tack, let's go on. Let's talk about something else. Why am I doing... Iron Man is the only way to play, says Plutonium Jesus. Yes, for games like Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld, yes. But for other games, perhaps not so much. I would say more straight strategy games like XCOM and such, I do like a good scum save. I love a good scum save. And I know it's not fashionable, and I know it's not, the most incredible strat ever out there, but I do love a good scum save. I completed Disco Elysium now. Disco Elysium, fantastic game, and I will probably stream either like the really fashy run or the really communisty run or one of the extreme run. Oh, well, thank you very much. Definitely, I don't think it can be worse, barring actual deaths occurring. I think next week is almost guaranteed to be better than this week. It's been a pretty cack month, to be fair, but that's positive. Happy thoughts. Actually, that's stupid. Why? I mean, that's like, if I just had happy thoughts and didn't stray to the dark corner of the triangle of trouble every now and again, I don't think this stream would work as well. And certainly, I wouldn't be myself. It would be like a Stepford Scoundrel kind of scenario. I think a little bit of horrifically dark humour is okay. While we were on the way to have a check, just for those of you who've arrived recently, I've not been well. I have got an infection that's been making me feel bad, but I had panic attacks on top of that, leading me to think I might be having a heart attack. So ended up going to emergency care, having all the ECG and stuff. But just to give you a little calibratory thought about how dark my humour is, on the way to the hospital, I said to my girlfriend who was driving me there, or hospital, I said the doctors, I said to my girlfriend who's driving me there, I said, at least maybe now you might get a chance to get that dog. Because I'm not a dog person, I don't want a dog in the house. That's dark, isn't it? She was a little bit upset with me saying that, but, now I've said it in front of strangers on the internet, I'm sure that'll make everything better. Well done, Scoundrel, good idea. Oh, another follow, thank you very much. Diana Sark's Cult. Ooh, interesting. Diana, I'm guessing, just a name, but Sark's Cult, tell me more. I better look at this Calvin thing in chat. It's going off the top. Hang on. I had hope and dreams of making an ocean fortress, but my turkeys were taken by the sea, and with that my hopes. Ah, turkeys in the sea. I would have thought a turkey would be okay, at least beach sea. I mean, if you chucked a turkey out off a boat in the middle of nowhere, that turkey's fucked. But I would think with a rising sea level near the beach area, I think a turkey should be okay, right? Can turkeys fly at all? Can turkeys fly properly? They can at least do a little jumpy glidey thing, right? Or can they fly for reals? Intriguing. Where were we? What did my profession end up as? Chef, asks Space on Mars. I will check in just a moment. Oh, another follow. Thank you very much, Mega. Much appreciated. The next colony will be even better, says Plutonium Jesus. I'm not sure if he's addressing Calvin or me, but I think, to be honest, no matter who they're talking to, it's probably going to be correct, isn't it? Druids Mead says had just got to five plawns. Things were looking up, even though the doc lost an eye moving a trap. Oh. Imagine that. You just, it's my job to move this trap today. I'm just going to pick the parts up I need. Here's the mechanism. Not a good day. Not a good day in the office, or on site, rather. 8x8 rooms, says Calvin. Is he making a luxury resort? I do get this comment a lot. But the thing is, maximum, this fortress is going to have like 250 dwarves. You can easily use like spacious bedrooms and fit everybody in with nice big bedrooms. And it just promotes or it's the intention is to promote happier dwarves, but whether or not that actually works, we'll have to see. Well, we won't see in this fortress because, frankly, I've been cheating their moods. And, I'm not ashamed of it. I love it. In fact, I may go after this stream, think about cheating in Dwarf Fortress and making dwarves' moods happy and fucking touch myself. Okay? So you guys all sitting there going, oh, I can't believe you're cheating. Just calm down and think of that. Anyway, well, this is our this is our store zone. Careful, scoundrel. This is our store zone with my lovely one item at a time stockpiles, which I've never done before, but now I'm a real convert. I love it. I like having a single stockpile for an item. It's good. It gives you a kind of an at-a-glance idea of what's going on. I don't know why they're so obsessed with going backwards and forwards to get these mugs. Maybe I should put a mugs only stockpile in the drinking areas, because this looks like a shit ton of work, and they're clearly going to drop them off and pick them up, which is no use considering the dining hall is 3 or 4 floors away. Anyway, keep going. We've nearly done the initial survey, and it's only taken us 21 minutes. I mean, that's perfectly normal. I'll look back at chat in a moment, lads. We've got workshops here, and ladies, I apologise. That was deeply misogynistic of me. Well, I mean, that's going a bit far. We've got 3 masons workshops, 2 craftsdwarf workshops, a gemmery, which is not the real name for it, it's just what I've decided to call it at this moment. We've got a mechanics workshop and carpenters. Which is nice. All have the correct stockpiles for their source materials in place. It's good. Here's our textiles industry, which are all going. I think we've got stockpiles for every stage of the textiles process. So from thread to cloth all the way up to finished clothing articles. These little areas will do that. That's good. We've got a dyer's workshop, but I don't think we've dyed anything yet. No one died. There we go. Anyone got an idea where that quote comes from? Based on Mars isn't allowed to enter this one. I know he's seen it. We sat in the same room on more than one occasion and saw it. What have we got here? This is our ore storage on the left. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of gold in there. A nice little touch of hematite, which is a lovely raw material for our steel industry. And then all of our bars are in these bins on the right-hand side. Fuck knows what we got, but it's a lot. This is a stockpile that's supposed to be for sand, but it's basically become stuff that's in bags. We brought a ludicrous quantity of gypsum with us, so that's currently filling in the top spaces. Over here in the workshop we have a ghost. Oops, shit, sorry. Made the microphone peak there probably. Uvash Zeservad, ghostly metalworker. Right. Well, they're going to need getting rid of, so let's check our slabs. If I come up to the graveyard and see if we've got any engraved slabs, because we should have. Build, Alt-S. There we go. Let's pop a slab right there. And if we press X... No memorials. Intriguing. Why has this oversight been allowed? Let's click on here and see if anyone is engraving. Oh, bollocks. Okay, add, Alt-S. Well, he definitely needs a slab. He's got a ghost knocking around. That's the last thing we want. Ghosts. Sorry. Add. Alt-S. There we go. Olon. Is he going in a... You know what? I may as well make slabs for these guys, because otherwise there's a chance that their bodies will remain unburied. And this is okay. Entombed. Every time I see the word Entombed on this screen, I think of the Swedish band Entombed, who are pretty good. Wolverine Blues, personal. Well, I say favourite album. It's a very good album. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it qualifies as a favourite. I don't play favourites with music anymore. Anyway, where were we? Down to the workshops, past the workshops, into the smeltery. And once we've gone past the smeltery... Actually, let's go back to the smeltery, have a quick recap of what's going on. We've got the glass works here. This is for making ash and such. These are from the smelting of materials. They should be working on pig iron and steel. That is correct, scoundrel. Well done. And smelting hematite, blah, blah, blah. Steel breastplates, copper pedestals, blah, 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 blah. Spiked copper balls. You know what? We've probably got enough pedestals. Let's take those off. Repeat. No. Cancel. Oh, hello. That's my alarm. Bear with me, I need to take one of my tablets. 500 milligram amoxicillin capsules. Don't worry, it's not an STD. It's actually an infected gland in my neck here, just in case you're wondering. Oh! One sec. Definitely going to need a pee in a minute. Where was I? Why not just top it off with a bit of tea as well? Because the tea's gone cold. Ugh. Disgusting. Anyway, let's look at chat before we carry on with checking out what's going on in the fortress. I just embiggen my screen. For a sea biome, says Druid's Mead, talking to Kelvin, take owls and pussycats and a pea green boat. Oh, I didn't see where that was going. I like it. I like it. How the little dog laughed to see such fun. Where were we? Stay positive. Oh, Druid's Mead. Beautiful at 1 second, and then you just take it all the way to the other end of the spectrum immediately. Congratulations. Or not, rather. I don't know. I'm not sure what the appropriate thing is there. Hello, Can of Soda. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Who else have we got here? We come for the dark humour, though, says Ocelot. Oh, God, I had to back down from a joke. I was about to... somebody posted in WhatsApp a picture of some ladies covered in human shit with someone laying a turd on their chest. Sorry to just pile into the anecdote with the hot sauce up front. I apologise. I should have given you some sort of stomach churning warning. But I came up with based off one of the comments that came off of the back of that picture, which I have deleted from the chat there. I don't want to keep looking at that. Oh God. I mean, it was on her fucking eyelids. Anyway, I can't even remember what I was going to say about it now. This damn image is haunting me. I've got to say it to get it out. I've got to purge it. It's like an exorcism of shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I came up with someone said something in the chat which I'm not going to tell you. I don't know why I'm doing this. This anecdote is pointless. I can't tell you anything about it without making myself seem like an absolutely abhorrent human being, which I've pretty much already started doing. We're already sliding down the slippery shit slope to, I'm not watching this guy. He's a bit weird. But regardless, suffice to say, I thought a thought of darkness high, and I just couldn't say it. But I felt so bad about thinking it, I apologised for it in the chat. How rude of me. How silly of me. Anyway, where were we? Let's get out of here. My turkeys were taken by the sea was a hell of a sentence. I agree. Sounds metaphorical, doesn't it? But in this case, actual literal. So, also, the tip thing works. Converts GBP. I donated it in USD, but good to know. Haha. Oh, right. Okay. I've got a tip. Have I? Did I miss that? Did you do that right now? Oh, hang on. I saw that. It popped up. You said hello. I thought that was a sub. That was a sub. You said ahoy. Okay. I'm getting confused now. Did you donate before the stream started? That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. I think you could have held on for a few minutes and got yourself a lovely little pop-up. Has anyone ever, if you ever gone onto Stream Labs and looked at the pop-up things, the on-screen displays, and done the test runs? Is it just me, or are the donations that it puts on the screen really fucking optimistic? Hang on, let me just demonstrate. I'm going to go to Streamlabs, and I'm going to show you the test. Oh fuck! I've opened loads of windows. I didn't mean to. Bear with me. I've got to close a load of shit now. Yeah, here we go. Streamlabs alert box. Look at the test for the donations. Here we go. Test donation.
This is a test donation for pound.
Yeah, all right. 55 quid. Fuck off. I mean, I've seen it pop up with like, they've donated $1,000. Okay. I will not hold my breath for that to happen. Anyway, I don't know if anyone had noticed that. They're wildly optimistic, some of these projections for the kinds of things you might receive. It's ludicrous. Where was I? Let's keep reading chat for a second. Gliding is just falling with style. And gelding can just be wanking badly. Ooh, that was a terrible joke. Why did I do that? It's disgusting. Gotta go now. Oh, Rando didn't even hear any of my response. That's terrible. Poor old Rando. Well, at least I'm recording this, so hopefully the YouTube video will tell all. Then he'll know that Baron Vladimir turkeys can't fly. They can kind of flap around and get a bit of airtime like chickens. Right. What about peacocks? I think I've seen them do a little flappy glidey thing, but I don't know if they can actually fly. they seem very much like peacocks seem like a sort of hot-rodded turkey, don't they? They have the same sort of basic arrangement of body parts and feathers. Sure, they don't have the cancerous ball bag hanging off their neck, but they do have a little sort of dangly feather thing, don't they? It's like a little doodle-doodle. I mean, not that a doodle-doodle is an actual word, but you know what I mean. Where were we? They fall gracefully. Oh, that's a nice way of thinking of it. Diana Sark's cult again says Sarks, Greek for flesh, cult, of course, inspired by the Sarkism in SCP universe and the fact that I'm a dropout surgeon. Well, I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of, really. That's like special forces medical school, isn't it? Surgery. That's like the one that's the hardest. I mean, what was it that was it? Obviously, if this is something you don't want to talk about, don't worry about it. But did you get to the stage where it was like, here's a cadaver, and you went, ah, shit, I don't think I can do this anymore? Or did you engage in some kind of wild medical school japes? Like, did you steal a head or something from the thing and put it in a bucket and then put it in someone's locker or something? Which I've heard, that's a story I've heard from a medical school. So that kind of caper does go on. Anyway, let's let that brew in chat. Hopefully that's not going to lead to terrible things. I didn't know you and Curl were into that, but okay, I shall think of that, lol. Oh no, we're not into that stuff that happened in the WhatsApp group. That was definitely somebody else posting that picture. Why not remove the stress element and see what mid-game stuff evolves? Do you have some mega project in mind? See, I didn't. When embarking on this fortress, I had no mega project in mind. The only thing I was intending to do was dabble with DF hack and see if I could get a little bit of mileage and fun out of my fortresses. And now that I've sort of turned them all into sort of zonked out zombies without emotions, it's amazing. It's fantastic. I mean, they're not without emotions. They're all unreasonably happy, but, you know, that's good, isn't it? You know, having unreasonably happy dwarves is fine. I may need to do the old Cheeto again because, hey, I tell you what, let's have a little bit of visual variety. Rather than you watching this single screen again and again, let's have a little look at Dwarf Therapist. See, I got these two unhappy chaps, but that's because they've had, like, a really bad time with their military service. They kind of got sent up against very poor odds and watched their friends and colleagues get pulped, which is obviously going to leave, you know, psychological marks, so to speak. And this lad down here is also very upset, but I don't know why. Why are you so upset? Oh wait, that's the equipment. Oh, this is the military screen. Here we go. Ah, okay, everybody's happy as Larry. It's the equipment they don't have, which probably would explain their not so stellar military performance, actually. Okay. Everybody's happy, but they don't have the shit they need. That's fine, that's fine. Anyway, let's keep looking at chat for a second. If someone's got a mega project that they want to suggest, feel free. I'm not going to... Well, I might dismiss it out of hand, but I'm not going to... You know, I'm going to listen to them all. I'll hear what you've got to say. Hello, TKR. Welcome back. TKR 101010. 101010. 101. 100. No. Oh, fuck it. I done that last time. Let's not do the same joke again. Welcome back. Druid's Mead, he has done. Okay. Oh, removed all the sadness. That's what I did. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. It's from that airport comedy thing Little Britain lads did. Oh, yes. I remember now. Vaguely. What was that called? Doesn't matter. I'm sure they're all out of that now. Where was I? You're welcome for the gypsum. Oh, that was you, was it? Were you the one who said don't forget gypsum, or don't forget powders for casts? Well done. Okay. Yeah, no, I do occasionally back down from a dark joke. Only if I catch myself, though, can of soda. If I catch myself and go, no, that's too dark. I mean, there are certain words and phrases that, you know, just words actually, that if you use them as benchmarks for bad things, will draw undue attention and cause people to think you hold certain views which you most definitely do not. And, you know, I'm not even going to tell you, you know, you don't have to drop an N-bomb to have the effect of that kind of thing. So, I got to be very careful because I, my benchmarks for bad shit are bad shit. And, sometimes you think, oh, people are still alive off of that. Damn, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, let's get off this topic again because we're right there. Break out the emergency kittens. Just... we've got to the point in the chat where I was talking about the scat videos. The thumbnail, it wasn't a video. Discord it. You want me to Discord it? I've deleted it. I don't have access to it. If Base on Mars still has it in WhatsApp. Oh, Base on Mars has just sent me a WhatsApp message. Okay. Oh, fuck, my alarm's been going off. Fuck's sake. Where was I? Let's have a look at WhatsApp and make sure I'm not missing something crazy. Holy shit! Okay, £76 donation. Fuck, did I miss that? That's outrageously huge. And Rando's gone as well. Oh man. Oh well. Okay. Well, I will. The hunt down Rando is a bad phrase. It doesn't sound right. I will find Rando and I will thank him. No, that doesn't sound right either. I will find you and I will make sure you understand how I feel about this. Sorry, I got a little bit crazy there. When is your birthday, scoundrel? October. I'm 40 this year. It's my 40th birthday on October the 7th. So probably just released way too much. There's probably somebody in chat going, "Don't tell them, scoundrel! They'll find out who you are, they'll find out where you live, and they'll come round your house, and they'll ring your doorbell, and they'll fucking run away! They did it to me, and they'll do it to you!" There's somebody who's thinking that's a bad idea, but to be honest, I think I'll be alright. I think it'll be fine. I think admitting my age and date of birth is okay, right? Should be fine. Peacocks are just more aggressive turkeys. Oh, tidy. Responding to the fucking thing. Is Rando still here? I should scroll right down in chat and see what's going on. I'm gonna have to excise some comments. It's gone too far. I can't read them all. We're gonna have to scroll down. So apologies. Everything from liking ye not the peacock to the scrotum bird down to the appearance of Hippie Happy in chat saying hey is going to get cut. Hello Hippie Happy, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining us. God knows when you actually arrived. I hope it wasn't while I was talking about that scat stuff. Doesn't give the best first impression. Then again, nothing I've said this evening is probably going to paint a glowing picture of me, and ignoring people donating massive amounts of money is probably also a bit rude, but I will attempt to redeem myself this evening. I will do my best to give 76 quid's worth of entertainment. Personally, I think I'm falling a bit short already. If someone had come to a gig that I was running and this was me sitting on a stage with my little ironing board, mouse mat and all that kind of stuff, I'd be like, oh, maybe I should have put the prices down a bit. 76 quid seems a bit steep. Oh, no one's going to come. And then somebody turns up and you're like sitting there with them in the audience looking at them like, oh no, what have I done? This is so rude. I've robbed these people. Oh no. But hey, we'll all figure out what's going on. Where were we going? Peacock coming into melee range means free lunch for you and your family. Oh, do peacock taste okay? A peacock doesn't strike me as a particularly meaty bird. Not that I'm not opposed to the idea of eating a peacock, but I feel like we spent many thousands of years shaping the chicken into being essentially the perfect flavour, and to then go, I'm going to eat this thing that lives in the woods and does nothing really other than, look pretty. I don't feel like that's going to be an improvement, is it? Maybe it's good. We'll see. One day I'll grab a peacock and a chicken and I'll taste test, and we'll do the peacock chicken challenge. Had to boot a goose once just to have a nice peaceful smoke up by a lake. Oh my goodness, you're taking your life in your hands, aren't you? Booting a goose? Yeah, they can, or is it swans? Something about breaking man's arms with their legs. Man's? That seems... When I say breaking man's arms, that sounds like I'm suggesting the entire human race. The arms of man have been broken by the wing of the goose. Of geese. The pyramids of Giza. No, sorry, unfortunately, sometimes I will start formulating a pun in the back of my mind and try to ease it into the conversation somehow. I say conversation, fucking monologue, somehow. And that was a brief moment of my back of my mind coming to the front of my face and falling out of my mouth. So don't read too heavily into that. My comment sounds so bad in the context of what Scoundrel said afterwards. I mean, that could be anything. Anything. Geese can be sons of bitches. I mean, not literally, obviously. Unless female geese are called bitches as well. I don't know. But geese can be evil. I mean, they can be... I don't think friendly is a word that really applies to geese. I don't think they're ever, friendly. They can be passive. But when they want to fuck you up, they will give a go. They'll have a real try. We're nearly at the end of chat now. We're nearly at the end of what's been said. We can't be asked to leave the house though, says Druid's Me. Okay. We're getting through it. Catching up. Ocelot says YouTube, ? Oh shit, I'm probably going to get banned from YouTube for all this shit I've been saying, but never mind. You fix that patchy overlay, that's some quality content right there. Yes, Druid's Mead, yes, I have put a little bit of effort in. Not everybody has been 100% on board with this current layout. Some people aren't overly fond of it, but I'm pleased with it for now. I will probably tweak it at some point, give it a little bit of another facelift, but it's all good for now. Anyway, hello. Mega, Tidy and TKR all have the emote. Was that unlocked earlier, or was that... Are you all subbed? Blimey, one of you has. Oh, Crivens. Very exciting. Anyway, now I've caught up with chat, I can put my phone over here, because I've just realised it's not charging. Thank you for the congratulations, based on Mars. Nearly used your full name. Let me just get my phone back up so I'm watching, and 24 viewers. Big time. Okay. See, those points do have value. They do have value. It's like very minimum value, but they have value. Where were we? Let's go to Dwarf Fortress back again, because we've been sitting here on Dwarf Therapist for too long, and let's let things fly. Because frankly, we're now an hour into the stream, 42 minutes into recording, and I have basically done fuck all other than lay a couple of memorial slabs. Wait, no, I haven't even laid them. I've just started making them. So, what's next? Where do we take this fortress? What are the plans? Now, it looks like our tavern has been fully smoothed, which I'm pleased about. I like that. So let's take it a step up, and we're going to engrave all the walls. Once that's done, in fact, maybe even before that's done, I am going to lay some tables and chairs in there. And then once that's done, I feel like we can probably start calling it a tavern and actually have some people turning up, right? Actually get a few people in there having a drink, having some food, carousing with their friends, their compatriots. Dropped out 2 months before graduation due to a personal conflict with the new dean. Oh, hello. Sounds like the setup for a riotous campus comedy. Let's carry on reading. This is going to get dark, isn't it? I'm going to have said something wildly inappropriate. He was my school teacher, and we had a vile rivalry. Oh, it's exciting. I was a little shit, I know, so when he got appointed, he made everything in his power to get me expelled, and it happened. Pretty much it, and I am actually completely fine with blood, cadavers, gore, and taking responsibility for them. Wow. So, where do you go from getting almost to the end of a surgery thing? I suppose you've already got prior qualifications, so you don't. If you don't become a surgeon after starting the training, you're not suddenly kicked out of the medical fraternity, or are you? Are you now like relegated to being a mob doctor? Oh, very exciting. Are you pulling bullets out of like real world Walter Whites, or is it more mundane than that? Or do they sort of go, now you have to be a veterinary surgeon. You're not allowed to touch people anymore. Off you go and heal the horses. Ooh. Which is, I doubt is the case, because people like dedicate their lives to becoming veterinarians. So I doubt you don't get relegated into that role, do you? That'd be crazy. Have I downloaded and messed around with the new update yet? TKR bringing us back onto the rails and making things happen as they should. Congratulations, well done. No, I haven't yet. I'm very much a lazy noob pack lazy boy, and so I'm kind of waiting for that to happen and then I'll upgrade. Once this fortress is done, like either fallen or the frame rate's too low or whatever like that, I'm going to take a short break, probably now that the new version... My intention was to take a break after this fortress from playing Dwarf Fortress, play a few other bits and bobs, and then when the update was released, play that. But this fortress has been much more resilient than I anticipated, and now I'm basically going to be just taking a very short break to play something else before we start doing more Dwarf Fortress, which is in some ways great because apparently people just love Dwarf Fortress, but in other ways perhaps a little bit sad because, you know, man cannot live on bread alone or Dwarf Fortress alone. Well, in fact, man cannot live at all on Dwarf Fortress alone, because if I attempted to eat Dwarf Fortress, first of all, I'd get an electric shock biting into the computer, and secondly, it has no vital nutrients in it whatsoever, so, you know, I might as well try and eat ideas. It's madness. Factorio or RimWorld would suit you, Scoundrel. Yes, that's true, Druid's Mead. I do play... sorry, I'm sitting on a yoga ball, if you're wondering what this wobbly thing is all about. I have played both of those games, and I do like them. Although, having said that, I watched a guy called Spiffing Brit do a 500, 600 person Factorio game, and now I'm kind of intrigued by the idea of Factorio multiplayer. So that could happen in the future. And RimWorld, I'm interested in RimWorld. I've played RimWorld before. It's just that, you know, when it comes down to it, I've got RimWorld and I've got Dwarf Fortress. I like them both. They're good games. But if I play Dwarf Fortress, 25 people will watch me play Dwarf Fortress. Whereas if I play RimWorld, 5 or 10 maybe will come and watch me play. So I end up playing Dwarf Fortress because, to be honest, they sort of scratch the same itch for me. I mean, certainly Dwarf Fortress scratches deeper, but RimWorld scratches more frequently. So it depends if you like pace or depth. Okay. Sorry, that's getting a bit of a weird metaphor. Let's move on. I want to see a high-quality dance floor in there and some tarty entertainers. Tarty entertainers. Intriguing idea. I mean, have I got... Is there a means by which people can look at my Steam library? I think there is somewhere you can click on a link and find my Steam library. If anyone's interested in what I've got and what sort of games I might play... You know what? Sergeant Indy was saying in the Discord that he's just started going back to the old Dark Souls run, which prompted me to take a look at it, and fucking hell, he's right. I have come a long way since playing that. The quality is garbage, but I'm kind of intrigued to actually watch one of my own series all the way through because I've never done it before. You know, I've watched snippets of video to check that they're all okay, but I've never actually really sat down. Embarrassingly, I have started videos playing and gone, oh, I like this guy's voice, so I'm going to listen to this for a few minutes, and then gone, oh wait, this is me. I said this shit. I don't need to listen to this. I already know what I'm going to say. That is a weird feeling, listening to yourself in a YouTube video and just sort of like having like a weird, thinking the same thought process you said as you said that shit again while watching it. It's kind of strange. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know why. I'm trying to give the impression of two sine waves syncing, and all it's done is it made me look like a bit weird. Fey Mood. Excellent stuff. You can't learn Factorio without climbing that cliff solo for a bit. Multiplayer Factorio is like multiplayer knitting. You end up with 5-legged cardigan that somehow works and you have no idea how. Hello Fuzzy Logic, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us again. The claw. I have played a bit of Factorio. I can get up to like decent steel and turrets and shit, but I haven't taken it to the end yet. It looks like you're doing that love heart thing from the 2012 Olympics. Oh, the old love, oh, sweet love. There we go. Let's make it look a bit more yonic. There we go. Actually, I'm probably inadvertently making some kind of awful white power signal. Let's not do that. Other horrific ideologies are available. Do a watch through of your videos on Twitch. Do you think people would actually want to watch me watching myself? I find it hard to imagine anything more self-indulgently repellent. But maybe. I mean, if people want to watch me watch myself, I'll do that. But I could just make new content, right? Like what I'm done now. Like just say words and shit. Maybe. Oh, there's an emote for it as well. Love. Oh, love. Love, love. Apparently, and I may have got this out of a Dan Brown book, so I'm not entirely sure how factually accurate it is, but the traditional sort of heart shape that we associate with the old blood pump is supposed to be an open set of splayed labia. It's supposed to be fanny lips. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but once you see it, it's hard to unsee. Lovely. Anyway, where were we? That's fucking weird. Sounds about right for 2020. Bearded streamer reacts to bearded streamer. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, now that people are getting sued for using clips in reaction videos on YouTube, maybe they will only be able to react to themselves anyway. Maybe recursive reaction will become the new hotness on Steam. Steam? You know, the other one. YouTube. That's it. The new hotness on YouTube. But maybe not. Educational system here is weird when compared to Western ones. I never finished my final practice course, not sure how to translate it to English, and therefore, according to local laws, I'm officially qualified to be a nurse at most. Nurses don't get paid much at all. Enrolling into a different medical academy means starting all over, or at the very most, skipping like 1 year. Intriguing. If you don't mind me asking, where is the what country are you in? What? Because I imagine at least even just like base medical training makes your skills fairly internationally applicable. Oh, Ukraine. Okay. Yeah. I imagine, like, even if you haven't fully completed it, being able to, you could probably prove that the knowledge you've picked up would make it easier to start a medical degree. I mean, I'm not suggesting just fucking leave the country, go somewhere else. That's, why would you want to do that? You live there, that's your home. But, I imagine it's fairly transferable skill set. Where were we? I thought it was based on a girl bending over's butt. Oh, I mean, that's a slightly more innocent interpretation of it, yeah, but it is a little chest-arse cleavage. Well, pick one. You can't have both. I mean, one of them is designed for putting your face in and going, and the other one is going to give you a nasty surprise if you try that. Instead of doing a watch through of your previous videos, you should do an exploration of the legends info from Cryptbeards. Could do that. I mean, I only have this current world still extant on my hard drive. I don't really archive them, unfortunately, so we can only really do it on that. But maybe we'll do a Legends thing. Although Krug Smash just did that, so maybe we'll give it a little while. I wish I had the patience and ability to draw that would let me do Krug Smash style videos, but I just don't think it's on the cards. I think within a few minutes of watching this stream, people either get it or don't get it or hate it. And when they get it, they're like, oh yeah, this is not going to be edited down well. I'm going to get it like this, or I'm not going to get it at all. So I'll just, I'll have to pick the nuggets of sweet corn out of the poop myself, which is unfortunate, but food you've worked for and scavenged yourself tastes better. Okay, the metaphor's breaking down. Abandoned metaphor. Australian vocal coach reacts to bearded British streamer. That does sound like a title that you'd see on YouTube for sure. Post the videos of watching yourself on Pornhub. I don't think my content would have legs on Pornhub. I'm pretty sure that if I posted my videos on Pornhub, people would be like, what the fuck is this? There's not even any boobs in it. Get your willy out. Come on. Play the game. But I mean, sure, there has been some sexual blue content. But only verbal. I've never got my nuts out or anything. Who knows? For a high enough donation, maybe I'll just turn the camera around and I'll rest my scrotum on the microphone so you can get some sweet, saggy ASMR. I don't know. I am probably going to get banned from Twitch for even saying that. They apparently have a growing non-porn video base. Yeah, but I mean, what kind of videos have to go to Pornhub that they can't be on, maybe a few years ago, up to a decade ago, I'd have been like, yeah, maybe I'll put my stuff on Pornhub. That's pretty cool. But it's getting very incesty. Horrifically so. To the point now where I'm actually starting to think, is this something I really want to see? Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. But you know what I'm saying. You've seen it, right? You're aware of this horrible new trend? I suspect, or I want to believe, that it's due to some kind of algorithmic weirdness where a particularly fair young lady has been in a video which has just randomly been assigned some kind of horrific title, and the inference that an AI has taken is that this kind of title is what's selling the content, when in fact it is a particular set of boobies or something. And that's what I want to believe, but also there's a horrible part of me that believes, like, oh my god, is this what people really think? Is this what people are really like? Am I weird because I don't like this? Surely not. That can't be the case. I'm the weird one? No. No. Let's... Oh my god, what am I talking about? The other one gets your thumbnail posted in WhatsApp. My thumbnail. Disgusting Cogmore pentakills. Again, context. I have no idea what you're talking about. I must have said something that prompted that, but oh dear. Mostly stuff like videos about guns or world history or other weird things that YouTube has decided they don't want to monetize. When you say world history, do you mean specifically the world history happening in Germany from 1939 to 1945? Because, then again, Pornhub, I mean, I feel like they would... I think people have got this idea that Pornhub would allow anything, but I feel like if someone started coming on and touting like horrific, like bad shit that wasn't in any way sexual, they'd be like, you gotta stop this, fuck off, get your dick out, or go away. Or your tits, whatever. Prego Bitches 9. Yeah, not really my cup of tea, but yeah. Just they're running out of taboos. Pornhub is better about monetization than YouTube is. I mean, I've got no reason not, other than the fact that it's a little bit... the only reason I don't do it seriously is because it never really occurred to me as a sensible, viable strategy. I could put them on there, but I think usually if someone has found themselves browsing Pornhub, they've got other things on their mind. Sure, that might not last very long, but I mean, Dwarf Fortress, is that, also, do I really want the heavy breath of some... I mean, it changes the tone of the stream, for me at least. That's all I'm saying. If I, maybe some of you are sitting there tugging the hog, and, I'm fine with that. But if that's the kind of... the reason the audience is growing, excuse the pun, I mean... feels weird, man. Feels weird. I can be considered. Let's talk to the exiled medical student, because at worst they're going to talk about something gory. I can be considered a valuable in some countries, sure. I know for sure that Pakistan, Iraq and Egypt, some other African African and Southeast Asian states too, a lot of them study here because their countries consider our education to be very valuable. But moving to any of them is out of the question. Locals from half of them wouldn't even consider that a woman can be employed at a high position. Oh, well, I mean, that's a good point. Okay, I mean, sometimes the glass ceiling is actually just made of steel. And, it's not ideal to try and break it in those places. I reckon there's a few compressed-necked Saudi Arabian women who've had a noble intention, but been somewhat rudely debuffed. Debuffed? Rebuffed? Because debuff suggests they've had, been nerfed, which is, a weird way of thinking of the world. Saudi Arabia, the MMO. I smell controversy. I should probably move on. Let's move on. I mean that, but also a bunch of Vietnam War stuff got demonetized. A bunch of Roman stuff got demonetized. I know someone talking about the Iran stuff got demonetized for being about a controversial subject. Oh, okay. Well, to be honest, demonetization on YouTube is not an issue for me. I have, over the entire run of about 6 years that my YouTube channel was monetized, I made less than 70 pence GBP. So when they took away my monetization, I was like, okay, as long as you don't take away my unlimited storage space for videos, I'm fine with that. That's fine. Where were we? Dwarf porn, says Sanctum Spirit Stone. It is a thing. It is a genre, but I'm not sure this qualifies. Maybe if they get a bit kinky, we could turn this into porn. Maybe I could do it into like porn for blind people. Just read descriptions of little Dwarf Fortress fellas and lasses getting it on. Or, anyone. It doesn't matter. Heart of Gold, welcome back to the stream. The fortress gets rammed by Forgotten Beast. Oh, now there's a title that could work on. But that seems a bit clickbaity. No one is going to feel disappointment of clickbait more bitterly than somebody on a porn site, right? I feel like the time frame for satisfaction is compressed. Sure, you get clickbaited on YouTube, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's not what I thought. You get clickbaited like coming up on the Vinegar Strokes, about to don the Jester's shoes, and that's a disaster. You don't want that. Somebody's sitting there going, oh, I need to see a tiny woman or a tiny man engaging in coitus. When they get this, they're going to be, more than disappointed. They're going to be absolutely furious. Might rip their genitals off by accident. You hear the craziest shit in this mead hall. You do. You hear your putative god just rambling on to unknown gallery of strange beings from the beyond. A bearded Brit repeatedly fucked by gang of angry dwarves. It's not the dwarves that fuck me in this. I have to be very clear. So far it's been goblins that have been doing the fucking. And it's not been the good kind of fucking. It's the bad ones. DF is somebody's fetish, but you've got to go without the graphics pack. Oh, that's it. Yeah, all the people who are really dedicated to stroking it to a bit of Tarn Adams work, they're definitely using the ASCII. They're full-blown Matrix people. They're sitting there with the little goggles on, what they call VR helmet, with just like a screen as big as possible simulated in front of them with Dwarf Fortress. That's not a simulation. That's just a sort of symbolic representation of masturbation. That is not how I do it. And I'm not going to show you how I do it, frankly, because that would, one, get me banned from Twitch, and two, be pretty fucking embarrassing. Where were we? Druid's Meat says legendary spear dwarf repeatedly stabs elven stepsister. See, that will take off on Pornhub for some reason, for some awful reason. Yeah, I think it's difficult to move to a significantly different culture for work, I would imagine, he says, having barely left his own country. Master clickbaiter, very good, very good. An inclusion pun, I call those. There is a niche for goblin porn. I do love goblin. Oh, boom! There goes a pun. I'm so sorry. What about Mortis? Do you remember Mortis? Will your parasite god. Would that be goblin porn? I don't think so. Nighty night, base on Mars. You have a good night. I'll see you soon. Can of Soda says, if I recall correctly, Pornhub has actually said they're considering opening up a dedicated safe-for-work YouTube competitor. Well, I suppose they've kind of got infrastructure. Are there any others? Yeah. Actually, they could sort of come out of the left field there, couldn't they? I mean, if they brand it separate from Pornhub. Now, there's an intriguing idea. I want to see this future. Somebody get onto Charlie Brooker. I want a Black Mirror episode about this. That's what I want. Because they've not been great lately, have they? How many frames per stream are we up to? Well, Druid's Mead. Oh, the game is paused. You are correct. What happened? A Fey Mood! Oh my god, that was ages ago. I had better go elsewhere and start looking at it. Hello, Zip. Welcome back. Right, let's go and watch this mood. Where is our moody boy? Moody boy. Moody boy. I don't see the exclamation mark. Does anybody? Actually, I could just say Z from here and then press F, and then we're automatically following our moody boy. Or am I? No, I don't think I... okay, they've claimed a Craftsdorf workshop. We're here. We're there. We're everywhere. There we go. Now we can follow this lad and see where they go. Come, show me what items you want to use in your construction. Starting off with a little bit of cloth. Yeah, I think... No, they've gone for a large lump of rock that was in the textile zone. Fair enough. If that's what you want, you can get it. Lovely rock. Come on. Oh, we've got petitions available. Let's have a look, see who's asking to join. Seto Peppercovered wishes to reside in Axethunder for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Do you approve this request? I do approve. We lost all of our previous people who turned up to fight monsters because they got killed by monsters. So it'll be nice to have a little bit more meat for the grinder. Just a little bit more mince to have come out. Come on. Oh, God, this huge rock is going to consume hours of the stream, isn't it? Just going to take forever hauling it from one place to another. I mean, I shouldn't complain. I have just thrown over an hour of this stream in the bin already, sitting here going blah, 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 blah. They probably had pretty good throughput. I imagine the number of people watching right now it's gone up, but I reckon a lot of people have come in and whoop, straight back out the door. Only a few people have stayed. Because I look at the metrics. I look at the metrics, and for every stream where I've had nigh on 30 people watching, there's been like nearly 300 people come by and go, nope, not for me. This potty mouth motherfucker's got to be stopped. That's probably... is that what I am? Am I a potty mouth motherfucker? I certainly don't ever remember having sex with my mother. It feels like something that would be burned into my memory forever, but, you know, who knows? Certainly, apparently not me. I was promised Dwarf Fortress clickbait streamer. I mean, I could do some clickbait. I mean, I don't know what I would do as clickbait for, like, it's on YouTube, on Pornhub. Oh, the sky's the limit. Clickbait is easy peasy to come up with on Pornhub, but on YouTube and on Twitch, I don't think clickbait's a good idea, to be fair. I feel like if you're gonna disappoint people, just disappoint them with what they came for. I don't need to promise shit that's not going to happen for people to be disappointed. I can just do this, and people who came for Dwarf Fortress are going to go, this guy's a fucking idiot. I'm out of here. Oh, we've got a buck rabbit starving. That is so sad. I'm going to do nothing about it. Or maybe I should just get it down into our area for grazers. I mean, it's going to be a while. If we sit here watching this boy haul every lump of yellow rock from this area to his workshop, it's going to take us ages. If the next thing he picks up is a lump of rock, we'll go and deal with our rabbit. Come on, get it to your workshop. You can do it. You can do it. You haul that rock. You get that shit in your workshop and you carve it. You carve it real good. You get that mason's chisel in your hand and you bang away. Tinky, 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 tinky. You may have noticed I'm struggling for interesting things to say about this. Once they start slowly moving, come on, pick up something interesting. Not yellow rock. Not yellow rock. Oh, he's gone elsewhere. He's gone to the surface. Okay, what could he possibly want up here? What could he be looking for this far from his workshop? It's not in the trading zone, it's something outside. I reckon he's going for bones. No, he's gone straight past the stockpile with the refuse and the... Oh, don't be going for wood. Do not be picking up some weird wood that's been cut down months ago and left outside. He's on a mission. Oh my God, I didn't realise I had these stockpiles out here. Holy shit. Here's me thinking those petite little stockpiles for corpses and body bits were enough, and absolutely no. We've got an absolute array of shit going on here. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Has this been built yet? Construction suspended? Fuck you! We could have had traders turn up. Oh, Jesus Christ. We should have people with architecture. This is unacceptable. We're going to follow him just to make sure he doesn't get stuck in his mood. And then, if things get sorted, we will check out what's going on with that trade depot, because I have a horrible sneaking suspicion we've missed some trade opportunities. Oh, gemstones. Gemstones and bones. Come on. No more big rocks. You leave those rocks alone. We give zero fucks about rocks. There we go. Bang. He's got wood. Any more wood? Do you want more wood? Are we going for? No, he's not interested in wood. Or if he is, it's miles away. Come on, moody boy. Get your ass to the right stockpile. Some kind of glass? He's going for metal bars. Metal bars. What have we got here? Oh, that's either silver or steel. Either way, I suppose we'll get some good value out of it. I'd rather it be silver. Excuse me. Oh dear, we've got hiccups. And burps. Excuse me. I remember someone talking about analytics on YouTube, and as a bigger YouTuber, something like 98% of all viewers are unsubbed. I think that's the case for a lot of people. One of the videos they talk it's in their ending spiel on the videos, but Corridor Crew always mention that they only get about a 40% subscription rate. But I'm as guilty of that as anyone else. I watch a load of YouTube channels that I'm not subscribed to, but they just repeatedly come up in my recommended feed. And some of them I should subscribe to, but it's just because they're coming up in my recommendation feed, I forget to subscribe. Butternut Squash says, sex with your mother could also be something you force yourself to regret. Forget. I don't think I would have to force myself to regret having sex with my mother. I think that's something that's going to bloom in my heart naturally. I feel like I'm going to have some serious feelings of regret or betrayal even, to be honest. I mean, Oh, the mysterious construction's begun. What an excellent description from the idea of incest. Marvellous. Right, let's go and sort out the trade depot. It's fine, they're building it, everything's ticking over lovely. Let's then fuck off. Get your mason ass up there. Okay, we'll watch this. I'm going to quickly dip down though. Quickly dip down here and add that bunny to our thingy, grazing area. There we go. I-N. There we go. Give me my grazers. And we'll pop that's already in there. Buck rabbit in a cage, or what is that about? Okay, everybody's in. It's all good. No need to panic. How's the sand collecting going? Not ideal. There we go. Hopefully that'll result in some sand being stockpiled. Someone's come in and started building the trade depot. Thank God for that. What's all this crap? Oh, yeah, the last traders left while the Titan was out there, didn't they? Oh, wait, no, did I close the gate while they were still sitting on the drawbridge? That may have been an equally likely scenario. Shit. Oops-a-daisy. When you see someone on a mood, you can temporarily forbid all your lesser materials so they use the best metals and gems, etc. Easier to do if the stockpiles are more anally sorted. Ah, okay. Interesting. That sounds like once we've got a little bit more stockpile segregation, for want of a better word, we can get some interesting things going on. Very nice. If you subscribe to a whole load of channels, your browser's going to want to murder you with the towel. Mine does, at least. It won't load the channel list faster than 2 minutes. Really? I didn't know that. I've never noticed it. Then again, I don't subscribe to hundreds of channels, or do I? Maybe I'll have to look at my YouTube thing. Ah, Cooler Kirko-staved brewer has created Altersha beer, an orthoclase bracelet. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Maffol Windpaddle. Okay, let's have a little look at our new addition to the Horde. The Common Hides. It's worth quite a bit, actually. 144 grand. Intriguing. Excuse me, my voice isn't totally as good as it normally is. I've got a slight runny nose and I've got a swollen gland here, so be prepared for not quite so goodness. This is an orthoclase bracelet. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with cushion orthoclase cabochons, decorated with giant cave-toed bone and tower cap, and encircled with bands of rectangular orthoclase cabochons, aluminium and fungi wood. This object menaces with spikes of green zircon, green tourmaline, and gold. On the item is an image of dwarves in orthoclase. The dwarves are labouring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Axethunder by the Grand City of the Brushed Paints in the early spring of 422. Oh, that gives us the year that we actually founded the fortress, so I can have a quick check of the age. 6 years. Wow. Developments. The fortress is growing up. Mummy, wow. I'm a big boy now, as the advert for pull-up underwear goes. Pull-up nappies. Where are we? How many do you follow? Oh, he's talking to, yeah. 200. I might be close. Mine goes up and down because I tend to follow a lot of tutorial channels for Blender tutorials. And sometimes they'll start, like certain channels will start doing things I already know and they'll drop out of favour and I'll stop following them. But after a binge of subscriptions, I can end up with like hundreds of videos about nothing but Blender software. Bearded streamer swollen gland reveal. Oh, yes. Yes, Druid's Mead. Excellent title work. If somebody clipped that, I mean, pop that on the old porno hub. 388. Wow. I'm going to check how many channels I'm subbed to. I've got YouTube open here. Let's have a little peeky poo. On the browser, I'm looking. Subs. How do I tell? Click on this. Oh, what? Show 231 more? I need to minimize it so I can... Shit. Show less. Show fewer. Fewer. Come on, YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 231. I'm subbed to 238 YouTube channels, and I'm not getting particularly slowed down shit. Apparently, my top subscriptions, which seems wrong because I don't actually watch these that often, are Cryo Chamber, The Wall Street Journal, NASA, Joe Rogan, The Yogscast, Richard Herring, and Angori Tom. Are they in order of like how often I watch them? That can't be right. I only watched a couple of those regularly. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's close down YouTube. You're not here to see me talk about my YouTube subscriptions. You're here for me to provide like over £70 worth of entertainment, which again, slightly tall order, but we'll do it. We'll try. We'll do our best. I have more than 20 YouTube tabs open. Wow, that's a lot of tabs to have open at once. Hopefully they haven't all buffered. Oh god, you must have so little RAM left. Right, let's put some tables in the tavern. It's table time for the tavern. Let's get a few tables in here and maybe sing a tuneless little ditty like this. Oh yeah. Right, there we go. Lots of tables. Let's put some chairs in. Let's try and forget about that little musical interlude. I know. I have a terrible history with the musical things on this stream, and I really should stop doing them. But every now and again, I get caught up in the music. I knew who that was the second the less than threeing started. It had to be Bergendorf. It had to be. Hang on. Can I get to Streamlabs quick enough to stop this less than threeing before it finishes naturally? Before it reaches an organic conclusion? Oh, where is... no, I cannot. There it is. Hello, Bergendorf. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Where were we? 18 months of subbing. Holy shit, that is a lot of sub. Anyway, where were we? I pressed escape, apparently. Let's return to the game. Let's place those tables and chairs. That's all good. We should really place more tables and chairs in the actual dining hall of our fortress, but apparently I'm not into that shit. Apparently I don't care enough. Let's smooth some of these walls here, because, frankly, they're an eyesore. There we go. That should get some smootheration going on. I induce smoothing. Sweet, sweet smoothing. Yeah, you can do that. We've got our trade depot. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if the microphone caught that, but there's a little bit of windy popping going on there. My bottom made noises. Is all of this engraved? Oh, no, yeah, it is, yeah. Should we check to see what kinds of things they're engraving on our smooth vein wall? A detailed native copper wall. Engraved on the wall is a finely designed image of Joseph Roux, tin esteemed, The Dwarf and Dwarves by Errol Zuntirakun. Joseph Roux, tin esteemed, is surrounded by dwarves. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Joseph Roux to the position of Captain of the Guard of the Grand City in the late autumn of 424. Oh, I notice. Sorry, I missed it. I should have seen this immediately at the start. This particular engraving is called The Anguished Bowels. So I don't know where that name's come from. I don't know if there's some stuff about Joseph Roux that we don't actually know yet, but intriguing choice for a name. I like it though. I can relate to anguished bowels. I have had those little poops where your feet don't touch the floor. You ever been there? Like those horrible moments where you're sitting there going, "Ah!" Not necessarily from direct pain, more from the horror of the scenario. Too much? Okay, that's fine. Where were we? I haven't tried the new update zip. No, I haven't. I'm basically just waiting for the Lazy Noob pack to catch up with it, and then then I'll give it a crack. Also, this fortress has come along so nicely that I figured maybe we just, let it go, let it run for a bit, let it finish, let it go. Something. Here they are, my little dwarves. Okay, don't sing when there's music in the background, scoundrel. That's just stupid. Let's make this a meeting area. Excuse me. Assign a location. Ah, shit. Add a location. We're going to make it an inn/tavern. And it's called the Mired Apple. Okay. Nah, I don't mind that too much. It's okay as names go, but not perfect. Maybe something nicer could come up, but we'll leave it for now. Right, so we've got a tavern on the go. That's good news. We do need to put some beds in the tavern. And we actually need to add them to the tavern zone as well. Going to the tavern zone. There we go. Nearly put that one in the corner instead of the middle of the room. How silly of me. How rude. Hopefully the tavern will pull in some happy lads and we'll get a good old trade going. Oh, apparently everybody wants to eat and drink in the tavern rather than in our actual dining hall. Was ist das? Why? Why, Delilah? Let's pop some tables in. Let's pop in a few tables. Space for walking, chair, table. There we go. If I just get the rows set out nicely. Oh, screw you. Screw you, Benny. That'll do for now. Back up to the surface. They do seem to have been called to this tavern. Suddenly everybody wants to drink here. How can we tempt them back down to our proper dining hall? Oh, everybody, it's my favourite Dwarf Fortress track. Very nice. Yes, a mug stockpile seems like a sensible thing to do. Let's do that. P, X. I'm going to delete the back two rows of this food stockpile. And we're going to put ourselves in a finished goods stockpile, which will be restricted to only contain mugs. There we go. Let's click there. Oops. Press S on here. There we go. Into the finished goods category. Lovely. And then we will forbid all types and come down and enable mugs. Or goblets. Whichever. That's fine. Goblets, mugs. Same thing. Is it though? Is this a goblet? I don't think so. It is a branded Tacoma Games item, leading me to say, if you're interested in tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, miniatures, etc., and happen to be in the Tacoma area of Washington State, United States of America, you may be interested in visiting Tacoma Games. Give them a shout. Tell them I sent you. See that? That's what they call a plug. Send me some merch. I will pimp your company. Send me some money and Lord knows what will happen. Where were we? I might need to take a break in a minute. I'm absolutely busting for a pee and getting pretty blooming hungry as well on top of it. But we'll leave it for a minute. We'll hold off for a bit. Let's catch up with chat quickly. Put coffers in your tavern and a drink stockpile too. We've got a food and drink stockpile here, so we've got that. Coffers, you say, as placed furniture, or how do I like my coffee? Normally just flat white, regular, like bit of milk in it. I don't mind a black one every now and again. Generally, actually, if I'm buying a coffee from a coffee shop, I'll get a latte. I do like a latte. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You won't get them out of there. They will chat and drink and bond over tales of legend. Then when some shitty fisher dwarf loses his cat, half your fortress will riot. Might want to assign some entertainers and a full-time barman. Not a bad idea. Hello, Findle. Welcome to the stream. Show up and be like some scoundrel on the internet said I should stop by. Well, that's good. Feel free. Stop by any time. I mean, obviously, it makes more sense for you to stop by when I'm actually streaming. But, feel free. Where was I? And if I misinterpreted your statement in chat, I apologise. But that happens a lot. You'll have to forgive me. Well, you don't have to forgive me. You could bear a grudge against me for the rest of your life. I mean, that's entirely your prerogative. But I would suggest, for the sake of your own mental health, forgive me. Just fucking forgive me. There's no point holding a grudge that long. Unless you're, what's-his-face, old Thorgrim, the old grudge-bearer official of Dwarven Old World. You know, Warhammer, all that shit. Where were we? We were just staring blankly at the tavern, wondering why everybody went up there. Oh, they're having a dance. They're having a lovely little dance, and then they've stopped. Let's go into our locations and start thinking about who we're going to hire. Now, we need a tavern keeper, at least one performer, and we also need a scholar and a scribe, and what have we got here in Axethunder? Performer, scholar. Oh, this is everybody, right? Okay, this is cool. So we're going to stick, first of all, I need... Okay, let's do this properly. First of all, does anybody in chat want a dwarf named after them? Because we have some dwarves available. If I sort these by has nickname. Has nickname? Has nickname. There we go. We've got 23 with nicknames. We've got Base on Mars, Beardster, Binary, Buttermut Squash, Cooler, Curly Fries, Demon Blast, Dragon Man, Druid's Mead, Flipvine, Furryman, Fuzzy Logic, Jap1285, Claycree, Legs, not actually a stream viewer, that's just someone who's crippled, Ocelot, Rando303, Sanctum Spiritstone, or just Sanctum in the Fortress, Shizoo, Smiley Tom Stan, Soul Mask, Tidy, and Zip. If you're not in that list and you want a dwarf, even if you've had one before and they've died, feel free to ask. I will probably not have a problem giving you a dwarf. Unless, of course, your name is offensive, in which case I'll be like, how the fuck did you get that past Twitch? Okay. Anyway, so we've got 87 unnamed dwarves, that's fine. And then once we've got namies, that everyone wants a name has got a dwarf, then we can start looking at who can do the various roles in the fortress. So let's just catch up here. Show up and be like some scoundrel. Find the ones with decent social or kinesthetic dancing. Ah, okay, so we put some entertainers in who can dance. Heart of Gold wants a dwarf. That's absolutely fine. You didn't specify it, so you're going to go... It's a good point, Tidy. Johnny 5 might want another one, and Findle can have one as well. We'll give Johnny 5 one anyway. Did he have one in this fortress? I know we went through Johnny 5 and Johnny 6 in the last fortress, but anyway, I'll use my patented random selection technique. Let's just stroke that mouse wheel sensuously. Oh, random dwarves sliding underneath my mouse pointer. Oh, it feels good. Let's select one totally at random. There we go. Rao, the Weaver. Dream Weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Oh, didn't hit the note there at all. Heart of Gold. There we go. I haven't included the underscores. Just gone for a straight space name. Lovely, you're in. Who else was there? Findle. Findle wanted one and also didn't specify, so let's go for a random rando. Here it comes. I close my eyes. I roll my mouse wheel. Oh, I have to get a feel. Any dwarf will do. There we go. Who we got now? We've got, someone with a roll. It's our broker, Col. Here we go. Set nickname, F1 NDAIL. Findile. Okay, interesting. Of course, that one may just be to secure your name, and I apologise if I've callously included it in your dwarf's name, but you can always correct me. I'm fine with that. Tidy suggested Johnny 5, so let's give Johnny 5 a go. Johnny 5 is alive and requires input. Let's do another random one. Diddly diddly diddly. Click. Nope, that's someone who we can't actually give orders to. Let's pick someone proper. Diddly diddly diddly. Click. Oh, I have selected 5 dwarves. Let's just pick the top one of there. It's a paper maker. Set nickname, Johnny 5. Johnny 5. Hopefully they'll see this and leave a comment on the YouTube video. I mean, if you're watching the recording on YouTube, please comment. I mean, I know this was probably recorded months ago, but, I'm interested to know what you think. Even if you think it's crap. Actually, no, if you think it's crap, don't bother. I will assume, if you leave no comment, that you are not that impressed. So, yeah, just leave it. Who have we got next? I see a surgeon there. Okay. Assen would be funny. Okay, I can call it... oh, no, hang on. Is it Assen the surgeon? Let me just sort by surgery. Scroll up to the top. Surgery? Surgery? No? We actually don't have a surgeon. Diagnosticians, bone setters, and suturers and wound dressers, fine. Surgeons, we don't have any. So if you would like to be a surgeon, feel free. I presume you saw this lad here, Assen, who is actually a bone setter. So, I mean, we can do that and activate surgery if you're interested. Let's do that. Assen, I'm going to set the nickname. We may not be able to get the full name in. We are limited to 16 characters. But Deyanna sucks cults. Let's try it. Is that with a K? That's with a K. There we go. Ooh, perfect. Just fits. The full name is in there. May Armok bless him, Heart of Gold. You're right. I don't know why I genuflected there. I mean, pretty sure Armok doesn't want that. Some schmo has Findle or Findile. Is it Findile like a sundial, or is it not an sort of like enunciated I? Intriguing. I'm guessing it's not like vanilla English name like Siobhan and stuff in Irish. I honestly, I've called people Sireban to their face. Completely unaware. Actually, I heard negative interactions counted the same as positive for YouTube vids. Yes, but I don't want to read people's complaints. If you don't like my videos, I don't really care. I mean, if you've got some constructive criticism, like this would be interesting, or you could do this better, then that's alright, I don't mind that. But if you just want to tell me I'm shit, then I don't care. I don't give a fuck about your opinion if you think I'm shit. I mean, on that subject, obviously. I mean, you may have very valid opinions in other arenas, but on that particular note, no, I don't care. I'm not this... I mean, this content is not... YouTube is like a little place to park the videos so people can maybe discover my stuff and maybe come along and watch it live. But the action's on Twitch, right? If you're a gaming content creator, which I ascribe to myself very loosely, Twitch is the place to be. Sure, if you get big, YouTube is quite good, and YouTube is a good place to get discovered for content. But it's kind of... I may be wrong, but I feel like the edited content is much more king on YouTube. There are streams, live streams on YouTube, but they are not really where the meat of YouTube's content lies. If you want to get good on viewing figures on YouTube doing gaming content, you need to make edited videos, either in a series on gameplay or talking about games. This stuff that I'm making is shit tier YouTube content. I mean, it's not particularly fantastic Twitch content, but it's more in keeping with Twitch, right? I feel anyway. Oh, no problem. Yeah, you've got your. Oh, it's activate surgery. Sorry, Deyanna. There we go. In fact, let's just activate medical skills across the board. Why not? Let's just go hog wild and go ham. Deyanna, you shall go to the medical board. Ball. Whatever that means. Findale. Okay, Findale, I will attempt to remember that and do your name justice. Oh, hello. Yoga ball's getting away from me. Excuse me. Trying to rearrange myself. Whoa! Calm down. I like how last stream that balloon was higher. Next stream it would just be barely visible at the bottom of the camera. Yeah, it's my a balloon from my nan's 90th birthday party. It's too far away. I would bring it over just to illustrate the 90-ness of it, but unfortunately it's too much effort. And if I stand up, I'm going for a pee. Not immediately, not in my underpants, but, the next time I stand up, it's when I'm taking a break and going for a wee-wee. Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. 10 past, in fact. You don't associate YouTube with live streaming? No, not really. I mean, there are live streams on YouTube, and they're not bad because they're... In fact, technologically, YouTube has a much better proposition than Twitch. Sorry, Twitch, but the fact that I can scrub back, everybody gets transcoding, etc., they're just... It's nice. Although, I understand Twitch may have looked at doing scrubbing back in live feeds. Excuse me, I've got to undo my top button. Top button, the only button on my trousers. Twitch may have looked into scrubbing back on streams, but I think they're very keen on the live experience. Everyone's like within a few seconds to a minute of each other's experience, chat kind of thing. Whereas I don't think YouTube is necessarily so focused on that. They're just like, we also want to do streaming. Let's do very good streaming, which they do. Let's stick those videos in the relevant subreddit for exposure. I do post when I go live on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit, but their Dwarf Fortress subreddit is unusual in that it relishes and encourages people to stream and post there about it. Whereas most gaming subs get furious if you do that. They fucking hate it. Absolutely hate it. In fact, in r/Twitch, you can't post clips of your stream. It's just absolutely forbidden. People go loopy. I don't want to look at lots of clips. Okay, but I mean, let's take a look at the other posts in here and maybe get a fucking sense of reality that it's not exactly drowning out top tier content. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, bitterness. You'd pull more viewers from posting links to vid on r/Dwarf Fortress than trusting to YouTube's algorithm. That is probably correct, but I feel like what I want to do, I have done it before, but I feel like I want to finish a series rather than swamp it with lots and lots of posts for every video, which nobody wants, like tons of the same shit again and again. I would rather finish a fortress, do a playlist, and then post the playlist on the subreddit, so then that at least spreads out my posts, because I do get a bit... Sometimes there are places where I post when I go live where I look and I say, when was the last time I posted here? Are there at least 4 or 5 posts between me, especially in Discords? If there aren't, I'm like, maybe I won't post this time, or maybe I'll go in and delete my last post and just refresh this new one. By the way, if any of you came here via the subreddit, upvotes are appreciated. However, saying that, I will be deleting the post after the stream finishes, so they are ephemeral upvotes, but I know you did them, and they make me feel good. So, give it a crack. Why not? It's free as well. You don't have to donate any money to do that. Upvotes are totally free. Likes and follows or subscriptions on YouTube. Where were we? It took me a while to get a hold of this chat, says Diana. Are you talking about the delay, or are we talking about understanding what's going on? Because I must admit, some of the stuff I say does prompt some unusual things to appear in chat. I'm still worried I'm going to get banned. YouTube's layout for streaming drives me nuts. The video size is way too small if you want to chat up also. If you want the video portion larger, you lose chat. That is, I've only really used it on the phone. I've never really watched a stream on my browser, but I must admit, the first thing I do on YouTube is close the chat down. I'm not interested. Whereas Twitch, I actually pick my phone up and I'll go into portrait orientation to see chat, to see if anyone's saying anything. So it's kind of, maybe that is a factor that's influenced by the fact that Twitch is much more immediate live, whereas people can be watching at any point in the video on YouTube. I've occasionally done premieres, but my viewership is so vanishingly small that the idea that more than one person will turn up to a premiere on YouTube is ludicrous. It's all good. Where are we? The chart. Oh, sorry, the chart. Not the chat. Sorry, the chart. You mean Dwarf Therapist? Yes. It's a little bit impenetrable at the very first glance, but once you get the idea of the jobs and dwarf grid thing, it kind of falls into place. I mean, obviously, I've kind of ruined my ability to play vanilla Dwarf Fortress by using Dwarf Therapist, because it kind of trains you to go elsewhere for your information, whereas, everything here is available in Dwarf Fortress. You just need to go deeper into the menus as such. Hang on, just for a second for Tidy. If you're going to get banned, go out big. Yes, I will. I'm going to get my dick out right now. Bye-bye, Twitch. No. Let me just give you a little overview here, Tidy. This is how this works. So you've got your tabs, which display different types of selections of information about jobs that people do in the fortress or their attributes. This is the labours full screen. There's a list of all your dwarves down here, which can be sorted in various ways, and a list of all the possible professions across here. Where they intersect, you've either got a coloured in square with a purple highlight, which says that job is activated for that dwarf, and inside any skill that they have, you have a number representing the level of the skill. For example, this one is a level 16 stone detailer, which means they are a legendary +1 engraver. You can also go to the military screen, which shows all the military skills, so axe dwarf, hammer dwarf, blah blah blah. You can look at the dwarves and attributes, etc, etc. It's just a nicely organised way of finding stuff in the fortress, I think. Oh, hello, Salford Sal. I recognise that name. I've seen your stream. Where are you? Where are we? I hope you didn't appear just as I said I was going to get my bollocks out. That was a joke. It's not true. Don't run away. Hello, Salford Sal. I see you now in chat. There we go. Another random Brit streaming late at night. Yes. I came into your stream the other day, actually, and had a little watch. Very nice. Good stuff. I love it when people stream Dwarf Fortress. Welcome. I say welcome. You've probably been streaming Dwarf Fortress for a while and I've just not noticed. But thanks for joining us. And it was like that little patronising clap. That makes me look like an arsehole, doesn't it? Well done, scoundrel. Let's have a little look down a bit further in chat and see what else has come up. I'm already a bit regretting my choice of a dwarf, to be honest. Oh, are you? Intriguing, Diana. You're not keen on the medical profession suddenly. Interesting. Oh, Tidy gets around, Salford Sal. Tidy gets around. I've seen Tidy in a number of Dwarf Fortress chats. I mean, if it was possible to contract an STD from Dwarf Fortress chat, Tidy would have them all. Rimworld directly ripped off Dwarf Therapist for its job setting page because it works. That is true. I like Dwarf Therapist. The only downside on a stream is that it's blinding white, and anybody watching in a dark room will go when you load it up, which is, not optimal. You don't want to vampire people. Not vampire. I was going to say Salem's Lot people for some reason, but that's a fairly obscure vampire reference. Anyway, let's keep going down chat quickly, and then we'll go back and we'll pick our tavern keeper, blah, 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 etc. Even though I've been wildly distracted from what I was doing originally, I still remember. Honestly, talking about viewership and stuff like that, you've been trending up pretty steadily, haven't you? Yes and no. Recently, when I played Dwarf Fortress, more people watch. That is an indisputable fact. I play Dwarf Fortress, and the longer I play it, the more my channel grows. But as I said before, man cannot live on Dwarf Fortress alone, so I do occasionally go and play other games, and that just means the whole thing goes and we go back to like a hardcore of 5 to 10 people who watch the stream regardless of what I play. Nearly everybody else is mainly in it for the Dwarf Fortress. But that doesn't stop me. I mean, I'm very happy when it grows. I like it, but I'm doing streaming for more than just growth and stuff. I recognise the fact that the idea of doing it professionally is kind of pie in the sky thinking. But, it's nice to do as a sort of, just a fun hobby kind of thing. And, let's not play it down. I've made some money. Over 8 years, I think, I've made £1,000. I started streaming. My very first content went online 2011. So that's, holy shit. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've been doing it in one degree or another for 9 years. I've only been doing it with any degree of seriousness since I started playing when I did my Dark Souls blind run. So at that point, maybe I would be getting 4 or 5 concurrent viewers. Occasionally, Dark Souls would top up to about 15 by the time I got through to Dark Souls 3 and the quality was a bit higher. But other than that, it's been fairly flat until I start playing Dwarf Fortress, where again, how many people watching now? 25. I mean, you don't get that with any other game. Oh, well, I don't anyway. Where was I? I don't know how I've got off on this little... No, I mean, Salford Sal, Dwarf Fortress is a great game for Twitch growth. Don't ever think otherwise. It is very good for Twitch growth. Because there's not that many streaming it, and there's quite a few people who like the game, and you get a lot of casual through input. I mean, I look at my analytics after a stream, and like maybe I'll peak at 30 people playing Dwarf Fortress, and you look at how many people came through. It's in the hundreds. You got like 200-300 unique views that have come through, and obviously, being a somewhat potty-mouthed, terrible person, a lot of those people leave faster than they came in, but a few hang around, a few stay, and it's all good. It's all. Oh, I was going to say yes. Total over the 8 years that I've been streaming seriously, whereas I made 70 pence off of my YouTube videos, I've made over £1,000 from Twitch. So, I mean, I'm quite pleased with that. I feel like that is quite successful for a guy who's essentially just talking shit in front of his computer late at night, trying not to wake his children up upstairs. I feel like I've done pretty fucking well for myself, right? I mean, I've almost made back the money I spent on my computer. Let's put it that way. That's not bad, is it? And then let's also say, like, oh no, I think I'm factoring in the like 50 quid I've made off t-shirts and stuff. Anyway, enough of this backstage nonsense. Let's get on with some actual Dwarf Fortress. There we are. Salford Sal get it right. She says she's here for the dwarf kinks. So let's get on with the dwarf kinking. Let's do that. Excuse me. I'm having a little bit of a burp there. Dwarf Fortress. Druid's Mead says 70 pence? Question mark. So yes, £1,000 is a nice computer. Although my one is like 1.4. I think I spent 1,400-ish. And I have to say, I had people chip in at the time to help with that. Not stream viewers, but a couple of like friends and family all went, you seem to be enjoying this, here, I'll chip in. And so it was nice. I got basically I suppose it would account for the CPU and the motherboard, how much I made. So fuck, thanks, shit, 500, that's a lot of bits. That's like $5, which works out about £5 ish. Oh, let's not bother doing the conversions. That's big maths. That's big boy maths. Well, I mean, the thing about the t-shirts is people actually get something. I mean, not that I'm going to say don't donate. We've had an unbelievably effective donation stream today. But the thing about the t-shirts is you actually get something, So you actually have a t-shirt. So even at the bare minimum, you'll get some value out of it. And plus, I enjoy making the t-shirts. Even if you only sell like 1 or 2 of them, it's kind of cool to sit there thinking, there's like 2 or 3 people in the world out there right now who could be walking around with my face on their chest. I mean, that's quite cool, right? I like that. Anyway, got to start begging for those emotes. Oh, 10 emotes shared. Oh, exciting stuff. There's so much. These new points things are very elaborate. On all the streams I go to, I'm very diligently clicking on the little button in the corner going doop, 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 doop. I'm never quite sure what it's all about. You can get like highlighted messages and stuff, but on the big streams that I watch, I mean, basically it's the Chilluminati. I'm kind of like, do I want to spunk all my points now, or do I want to save them for something else? I don't know, because you're going to, even with a highlighted message, you're going to just be lost in the stream on that. They've got like, 2,000 people watching? These kind of smaller streams are much easier to actually converse in. Anyway, where were we? Let's have a little look down here. They're cool exactly because no one else has one. That's a good point. Yeah, the more I sell, the less valuable they become. Findal knows Salford Sal too. The messages go off the top quite quickly tonight. Where are we? Some of the big streams have like sound notifications and other such that you can do that are there to mess with the streamer instead of it being only donations. That's true. I know, I mean, the only big streamers I watch frequently are Blind when he does Dwarf Fortress. And when I say big, he's like hundreds. But the big ones I watch is basically the Yogscast Chilluminati streams and some of the Jingle Jam, and they get like thousands of people watching. And it doesn't matter what you do to put your chat message in, unless you're actually donating. No one's going to even see it, let alone read it out. And then again, do you really need... I must admit, on a lot of the streams I watch, I don't really necessarily need the recognition that I said something. Sometimes I'm just talking to people in the chat. But, smaller chat like this, it makes... I'm probably going to respond to absolutely everything, whether you donate or not. And honestly, don't feel compelled. I have already made an unusually large amount of money this evening, so, you know, thank you. Thank you very much, but don't feel like it's necessary. It's perfectly fine if you don't. Yeah, Blind IRL. Yeah, but he actually was quite a nice guy for me. He gave me a little bit of a pep talk, because he gets quite a lot of viewers watching Dwarf Fortress, and he's sort of like, we had a little message going backwards and forwards and stuff, having a little chit chat, and he sort of, not, I was going to say straightened me out on some things, but sort of said, don't worry too much about like promoting in certain places, because you're not being a dick. It's fine. Everyone's okay with it. And I was sort of like, yeah, you're right, actually. And he sort of like mentioned a few things about how to grow the stream. And, you know, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Blind. A lovely lad. Speaking of lovely lads, look who's turned up in chat. It's Cupo. Cupo. Welcome to the stream. Check his stream out as well. Does lovely fortresses. Very beautiful. The best fortresses. They're just great fortresses. Sorry, that was my terrible Trump impersonation. I apologise. Findial says, yeah, you hit the nail on the head for why I tend to hang out with the smaller streamers, because it's more interactive experience when they can actually keep up with the chat. Honestly, even tonight, it's actually been quite difficult to keep up with chat. There's been a lot of action going on. Very exciting. Let's have a look. I can't stand the chats of bigger streamers, so I can't really watch them. With the bigger streamers, I'm watching the content and not so much engaging with the chat, because yeah, a fast chat is a difficult chat to dip into. Every now and again, because I'm on my phone normally, you see someone say something in chat and then it ticks off the top of the screen and you're like, there's the name, respond, and then by the time you typed it out you think, this is fucking irrelevant, I'm not going to send this now, delete, and you know, it just feels ineffective. It's not fun to look at Joel and chat is just Pepe, trans rights, Pepe. Yes, no, that does happen more often than you'd expect as well. But I get the feeling that's not people who really tout those ideas. It's more people who just want to shock. It's little lads, little boys, little babby lads going around going, oh, I'm gonna talk about bad stuff. Where were we? Nearly at the bottom of chat. I've nearly caught up. I've seen him play RimWorld. He's an intelligent lad. Are we talking about Cupo here, or are we talking about Blind? I think the applique is fine for both, right? It's a fucking hell, Bergendorf. Am I doing something different this evening? This isn't because I had the panic attacks, is it? This is people. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. It's very nice of you. But it's a very unusual stream. We don't normally get this kind of thing going on. I'm kind of stunned. 25 emotes. That's a lot. And Heart of Gold just subbed as well. Oh, sorry, that's the things coming up. Okay. My goodness. Thank you very much, Bergendorf. Much appreciated. Did I get the thing? There we go. There's the thank thing. Let's do that. Send thanks. Hooray! Much appreciated. Let's just catch up with the old chat there. We're nearly there. Yeah, I think there's the different way to approach streams, aren't there? I mean, you do get the community ones, which I feel like is kind of what happens here. It's taken a long time to build up anything like a steady base of viewers, but I think now I kind of get at least, even if I'm playing a game that none of my viewers are interested in, some of them will come in and like pop in and at least watch a few minutes and go, this game's not for me, which is all you can really ask for, isn't it? I mean, you know you're doing well when people watch you play a game they don't like, which I do. Some people do watch Dwarf Fortress even though they don't like it, and that makes me think, oh yeah, I've got you now. Which is somewhat villainous, I will admit, and doesn't paint me in the best light, but hey-ho, it's just how I feel. Yeah, Can of Soda, you're not wrong. This has been an absurdly ludicrous stream, and I think I've probably shot past the Twitch payout threshold, which is nice. Nice. Again, thank you very much, Bergendef. And also, even though I know you're not here anymore, Rando, thank you, Rando. That was very nice of you, and absurdly generous. Thank you. Where were we? Scoundrel plays Dwarf Fortress? No, Scoundrel sits here talking. That's what happens. Anyway, now we're here. Let's actually do some shit, because it's 2 hours into the stream, and or the recording at least, and I have done precisely a fifth of fuck all. So let's choose ourselves our scholar for our library. Who's going to take this task? Let's have a little peek. Who have we got? Do we have a volunteer? Anybody with a named... Excuse me. Anybody with a named chat? Is my Amazon list accurate? Depends what you mean. My Amazon wish list is probably something I haven't looked at for a very long time, but the list of stuff that I recommend you buy from Amazon is fairly up to date, because I think it's just a few snacks that I like, and maybe like a series of books by Neil Stephenson called The Baroque Cycle. Well worth a look. Check it out. It's one of my favourite series of books. But I don't know, my Amazon wish list. Maybe I wouldn't guarantee it, because I haven't looked at it in a while. It might be. You want dem nuts? Hot nuts. Oh, exciting. Oh yeah, we haven't had a caravan yet. That's a good point. Oh, Bergendorf wants to be the scholar. Okay, that's easy enough. Do you actually have a dwarf in here yet? No. It's Butternut, Squash, Binary, Beardster and Base on Mars, so we're going to have to actually pick a dwarf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the roles screen. I'm actually going to pick the best person to be a scholar. Can I do that? Let's see if scholar's actually one of the tasks here. Sorry for leaning so close into the microphone. I recognise that I'm peaking it, but the text is small and I have a 4K monitor, so forgive me. I'll try and keep it to a whisper. Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. Let's have a look. I don't see a scribe anywhere. Can we see the scribe? Where is it? It's not an option. Bookkeeper? Is that the next best job? Let's do bookkeeper. This one's got a 77%... oh, they are a bookkeeper. Did we not assign the bookkeeper role to somebody already? Keeper says, I have read the whole Baroque cycle 3 times. I might read it again. It is that good. Cupo has every right to read this series. I've listened to the audiobook once and read the books once, but I was fairly late in the game discovering Neil Stephenson. So, I think I read that. Then I listened to the audiobook of Cryptonomicon, which has a kind of link to the Baroque cycle. And then I haven't read all of his books yet. I haven't read Seven Eves or the new one, I think the newest one, which is called Drop Down something. I can't remember that one. But I love Neil Stephenson's novels. They are fantastic. Very, very well worth a look. And, if you want to buy them, follow my Amazon link. This is getting outrageous. I can't keep pimping my links. What does my dwarf do since it's no longer a vulnerable baby? Vulnerable baby. If I'm doing nothing, can I be the barkeep? We'll have a look, Druid's Mead. First of all, I'm going to take Zon here. Zon is the next best candidate for being a bookkeeper. So we're going to rename them as Bergendorf. Is it? I always forget this. It's Bergan or Bergen. It's Bergandorf. Bergendorf. There we go. That's committed. We've changed that. Keeper, have you got a dwarf? Let's have a little peeky poo. No. If you want one, you can have one. I think you've had one, maybe 2 already in this fortress, but, feel free. I think military life has not been kind to your dwarves. Question mark? What was that? Who was that guy? Thank you, Bergendorf, but you've opened up a whole can of mystery. Who was the lad with the money? I've never set that up and I've never seen that before. Bergendorf, are you drunk? You better not be drunk, because I don't want to be responsible for you looking in your wallet tomorrow and going, oh fuck! You calm yourself down. Thank you very much, but be careful. Right, now we've got Bergendorf in position to be the scholar. We'll have a look at Druid's Mead and see if they are available. Druid's Mead, where are you? There we are. Holy shit, more bits. Spellfout, 300 bits.
Been in your stream before, but it seems you're having a good night streaming. Never watched Dwarf Fortress either, but I like your voice, man. It's quite soothing.
Thank you. I like your voice. It's very text-to-speech. Thank you very much. What's happening? This is very, very unusual. Like, if you looked at my income stream from Twitch, today probably would stand out as like a Olympus Mons level spike on the normal trajectory. Be careful, don't get me too used to this. My head will explode from being so, like, up myself. Thank you very much there, Spellfout, and glad you're enjoying it. I highly recommend you try Dwarf Fortress. It is a bit tough, but, you know, it's fun. It's a good game. It generates stories. Stories you can tell your grandchildren, which will make them go, "Oh, fucking shut up, Granddad. You were never a dwarf. This is a game!" Or maybe not. Unless you are an actual dwarf, in which case, you know, that might have been a rude thing for me to say. Streamlabs indeed, Bergendorf, adding weird animated GIFs or GIFs, depending on your pronunciation preference, to your things. Cupo, sorry to get back to the Neil Stephenson stuff. We're getting on another massive long tangent where I stare at chat for hours and don't do anything in the game. I apologise. But what was the one where they play in the MMO? I really enjoyed that one. I mean, it's one of the goofier books he's done. Is it Reamd? Reamd, is that the one? I really enjoyed that. That one I listened to on audiobook, and I thought that was a real good fun book. I'm trying to think of his other stuff that I've listened to as well. I really enjoyed the one set in the monastery, which is segregated by the amount of time people spend there. Begins with an A. Anathem. Anathem? I think it's called Anathem. Really good story. And quite a nice little concept that isn't really revealed until the end. I like it. Where were we? Spellfout, thank you very much. Bergendorf again, thank you very much. Oh, and thank you for the follow as well. Perfect timing. Let me carry on through chat, quickly catch up. Particularly if your grandchildren are fond of stories about strangling people with their own intestines. That's true. And whose grandchildren aren't fond about that kind of stuff? Actually. It's less about the opinions of the grandchildren and more about the opinions of the parents, isn't it? Fucking hell. Apparently the hype train's incoming. What does this mean? This has never happened before. You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Don't be emotionally manipulated by Twitch. Everybody calm down. This is a clear sign that things are getting out of control and everybody needs to take a moratorium quickly, alright? Shh, relax, don't respond. They're trying to goad you. I mean, to give me money, so I probably should shut up, but just relax. Everybody calm, chill. I've made a lot of money tonight. I'm grateful, but the guilt is starting to creep in, so calm down. Yeah, Anathem, I was right. That was a good one. Yeah, that's one. Actually, we haven't added a quote to the bot for fucking years, have we? I can't even remember what the quotes are. Anyway, so where were we? I've got a 2-year-old nephew. He'd love to see babies fall down wells. He'd laugh his head off. My kids do love a good pratfall video. They have a good old chuckle at the You've Been Framed show on TV. They love that. Don't tend to let them watch that kind of stuff on YouTube just because it can go down a hole quickly. Oh my god. The hype train appears to have left the station and gone wild. Hi P Pog 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 Pog. Is that Pog? You can tell I'm 40 years old. I can't tell. I don't know if I'm looking at Pogs or bloody Capulons. Where were we? Black 3200, welcome to the stream. 3200, that's a weird way of saying 3200 or 3200, but welcome to the stream. Thank you very much nonetheless. Oh, I'm getting pop-ups from PayPal now. What the fuck is this? That's probably the last. That was probably Rando, right? That was probably Rando earlier. I would have seen the pop-up by now. Oh, another thank you sent into chat. This is getting very wild. Druid's Mead just subbed. Oh my goodness. Bergendorf, you've done this before. This is lunacy. You thank you very much. Much appreciated. Could be your dono. Well, it's got a real name, or at least a name that isn't Bergendurf on there, so I won't say it out loud just in case that is your real name. But yes, everybody say thank you to Bergendurf. Lovely Bergendurf. What a champ. What a 100% cool lady. I seem to remember from Sea of Thieves. Am I correct? Or have I just been appallingly rude? Which, let's face it, wouldn't be the first time. And not the first time I have been appallingly rude to someone who's given me money. I mean, some of my employers previously would have a field day describing me and would probably be having foaming spittle fly from their lips frequently and like bruises on the underside of their fist as they hit the table going, why the fuck did I hire that idiot? Actually, not idiot. Idiot is not the word they would use. Something more like prick or slacker is another one. Jesus, Ocelot. Okay, everybody calm down. Otherwise, we're never going to get this damn fortress appointed with people. This has gone way out of hand. No, I've seen that bar, but only in chats with lots of people. I've never seen the hype train in my own chat. That's highly unusual. Highly unusual. A gentleman. Are we sure? Male. Oh, okay, so that's why I heard the female voice. That makes sense. Apologies, Bergendurf. I was being very rude. How dare I presume? What a monster. What a barbarian. What a poopy egress. Okay, stretching the words a bit, getting a bit language crazy. Let's quickly look. I know, tier 2. Oh my goodness, the hype train's going berserk. Let's look here and assign the correct person for the job. Bergendurf is the person to be our scholar, so we'll scroll down a bit and we'll find Bergendurf. Actually, we might need to come out of this list and go back in because we named in Dwarf Therapist. We can do a search. S-B-E-R Bergendurf. Bergendurf Assobrab the Carpenter. You are now our librarian. Oh, sorry, our scholar in the library. If anyone else wants a scholar or to be a scribe, we do have 2 slots available. But before we do that, we need a tavern keeper. Now, somebody may well have said they wanted to be the tavern keeper or a performer in chat already, and I missed it. I apologise. I have a feeling that scrolling back up chat is going to open up a whole new world of like just tangentry and inability to concentrate. So we won't be doing that. You'll have to say it again. What happens at tier 2? I've got no idea. I think it just goes up and up and you get different stuff unlocked in the chat. I've only ever seen it get to like level 4 and that was in a chat with like 2,000 people. So for goodness sake, don't go wild. Just everybody be happy that we have entered a whole new land of madness that has never been experienced before on this stream, and just revel in that. Feel good. Right, Druid's Mead says, me please, if I am not him. Okay, Bergen, Druid's Mead, yes. Oh wait, hang on, you've got -1 in all your things. Why is this? Because you're a child, not a vulnerable baby. You are no longer a vulnerable baby. You're a child now, so technically not advisable to put you in charge of a bar. Oh my god. 10? You better have a fucking sweet job, Bergendurf, because now I'm concerned. If it turns out you're like, you know, I don't know, even a teacher or a lawyer's going to be struggling. Relax. Thank you. Everything's cool, but now I'm starting to get concerned. Sniper Joe. Oh, everybody. Oh my god. I'm starting to wonder how I should be responding. This is insane. You're not quite grown up, no. Does anybody else want the role of Tavern Keeper? Does anybody else want the role of Tavern Keeper? What the fuck is this? Level 5? How does it even get up to level 5? Jesus Christ. This is... You remember earlier on where I said that, if anyone donated anything, it would end up being like the end of 2001 Space Odyssey with me shooting down a corridor made of lights going, oh, the giant baby, now I'm old. This is it. We're there. In fact, I've gone out the other side now. Now I'm floating in the void of non-space going, this is strange. I've never experienced this before. Highly unusual. How weird. Sorry, let's have a quick looking. I've been completely derailed. I might even need to take a break in a moment because this is a little bit overwhelming. And, weirdly enough, the first the sub gift torrent actually coincided with me thinking, I need a wee. I should go. And then it just kept happening. And now I'm sitting here going, ooh, wee. Because I've got a bladder the size of a beach ball. I reckon if I stood up without turning the camera off, it would look like I had a goldfish bowl in my trousers. But in fact, it's not a goldfish bowl, it's just distended skin, stretched out so you can see through. Oh, Solot, you lunatic! This is glorious madness, but I mean, still madness. Come on, don't reward me too much. Don't reward me too much. I'm very aware that I don't deserve this. This is, classic shit tier content on Twitch. So I mean, I love it. But, it's free. The content is free. Thank you. Thank you very much. Go pee and you get a surprise. Oh, no, not... I'll probably pee myself. You can't take a break now while the money train's coming in. Well, Buttermut Squash, I am a very self-sabotaging fellow. Just don't think of water, streams, rivers and creeks. Well, I'll try not to. I'll give it a go. Oh, God. There we go. Just rearranging stuff just so there's slightly less pressure. Just shifting a waistband. Goldfish bowl in his trousers. That's what she said. I mean, whew, good lord. Imagine if someone turned up and you whipped it out and it was like a goldfish bowl. You'd be shocked. You'd be like, I don't want to alarm you, but you might want to speak to your doctor. There's a significant chance that is malignant. And the fish in it is not a good sign. Excuse me. There's content, not just rambling. Spellfout, I know. I have been wildly derailed from what we're here for. So, let's do it. Co-worker, you're at work? My goodness. The plot thickens. Anyway, Tavern Keeper. Druidsmead can't do it. Not old enough. Not allowed to do so. So, if anyone else wants it, did they say it? I'm going to risk scrolling up a bit. Ocelot says I do deserve it. Probably, maybe. Let's talk about deserve. Do I need to ban Bergendorf to stop him from wasting all of his money? Not yet, Can of Soda. But well, I mean, I don't know. Is that an appropriate response? Like a save yourself kind of. It's like whipping. It's like pulling a bottle of wine out of an alcoholic's hand. What are you doing, man? Stop yourself. You're crazy. 27 subs. Are you a Saudi prince? Because that's a lot. I mean, thank you very much, but that's crazy. And level 108% on the hype train. Okay, I've got to stop responding because this is becoming a feedback loop. Tavern Keeper. I'm going to choose someone, and I'm going to choose. Who am I going to choose? Nobody in chat has put their hand up. Salford Sal says there'll be a dwarf. If I have one spare, Salford Sal, you can have a dwarf. Let's do it this way. Closey, closey, scrolly, scrolly, clicky, clicky. You are... Oh, I do apologise. You are Stodia Zane Gavuz? Okay, cool. Who is a... What are you? What are you? Oppressor. No longer. You are going to be our barkeeper, seeing as you put your hand up. Salford Sal, S-A-L-F-O-R-D. I'm going to put a space in there. There's not one in your name, but I'm going to do it. Commit. Was it your stream I was watching where you were playing and there was a disembodied guy's voice talking as well, who sounded like he was also playing Dwarf Fortress, but not necessarily the same fortress? That was you, wasn't it? I think. A level 5 hype train emote. What does that look like? Are these... Oh my goodness, it's a unicorn. Butternut Squash, I know, I wish I had the money to give out Twitch subs as well, but I think we should just be thankful that people out there do earn those kind of bucks. It must be the final level. It's gone. Holy shit! Did you crash the hype train? Bergendorf. Boop boop. Hello, Blue Sea Moose. Welcome to the stream with your with the emotes that have been unlocked. Thanks for joining us. I'm just scrolling quickly up chat, seeing if I can spot any new names. It behooves me to say hello. Oakslot, Canasurga, Bergendurf, Druids Mead, Salford Sal. That's my co-streamer. Huh? I've tried to convince some of my friends to come and stream with me. It's nice to have a wingman. I mean, it feels like I'm doing pretty well now, but sometimes you sit there and you don't know if jokes have really landed with people because you can't, someone types lol in chat, that's, you can't tell if that's ironic or not, but when you've got a friend sitting with you and they actually like laugh back at what you said, it feels a little bit more, substantial. It feels like you're actually getting something done. But none of my friends really want to stream with me. It's not something they jump at the chance of. Emotes being delivered like it has to download these 8K images. Yeah, I think probably, if I remember rightly, the actual size of... I mean, if they were 8K, that would be insane. But I think they're like... The biggest one's like 216 pixels by 216. That SWAT Love one is pretty interesting. I mean, I'm not sure about the Iron Cross, but yeah, that looks like it's quite high res. Interesting. Oh no, subs. Well, I am going to be getting subs imminently. The thing about subs is they like you get to $100 threshold and then it takes a month to pay out. And frankly, before you did that, I'd just ticked over. So Lord knows if I'm going to get 2 in quick succession or one bumper one. But we'll see. We'll see. I just quit smoking as well, so that money might actually get spent on games instead of drugs. So that's cool, isn't it? Well, I'll probably spend a little bit of it on drugs, but you know what I mean. My co-streamer is my lodger, so I have some influence over getting him to co-stream. Ah, I see. Turning. That's clever. That's very clever, actually. Maybe I should. I mean, I was about to say maybe I should make my kids stream with me, but we've done that before, and it's not. I mean, my content is not necessarily really suitable for children, is it? I mean, some of the things I've said this evening. I mean, just that scat thumbnail skit thing. I mean, I can't say that in front of my kids. I mean, I probably would, but I would hope that they didn't understand what I was talking about. Oh, I'm a terrible human being. Where were we? I did smoke Bergendurf up until 3 days ago. And I've been having issues, health problems, which actually turned out to be panic attacks, embarrassingly. But that was enough to make me go, actually, I'm going to stop smoking. And I didn't just drop the tobacco pouch in the bin. I upended it and emptied the tobacco in. And now I'm sitting here with 2 milligram nicotine replacement gum on standby, just in case. Just in case I get the craving. Although I'm not sure people want to hear me going on gum. So we'll see that. We'll see that. It probably is how I got that smoothing voice. I've got that Marlboro rumble. Not that I smoke Marlboros, I rolled. If anyone's interested, Cutter's Choice. That was what I smoked. Talking about the Scatman song. Imagine if Scatman actually liked people shitting on him. And that was like something people didn't know about until after he became famous for the song. That would be in the newspapers, wouldn't it? Apparently, John McAfee, the guy who started the McAfee virus checking company, loves a bit of poop. Apparently he pays women to sit in a hammock with a hole in and sort of swing in top of him, like extruding, for want of a better word. He's a very interesting fella. I mean, I'm not sure I'd want to talk to him, and I definitely wouldn't want to shake his hand or touch him physically in any way. But look up the story of John McAfee. He is quite the character. Quite the character. Where were we? Kipogis or Kipogis? Kipogis? Sorry if I'm mauling the pronunciation there. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's been a bit of a shit week, to be honest. And this feels like very out of place for this week because I've had a lot of crap happen. Okay, let's just quickly talk about probably the least crap thing that happened to me this week. I was getting into the shower. Other half got out the shower. I jumped straight in. kind of going, oh man, if I'd just been a bit earlier. But she got out of the shower, I got in, and then I hear from upstairs, I hear her go, Matt, get out of the shower, get out of the shower. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I jump out of the shower, I run upstairs, and there's water pissing through the light fitting in my son's bedroom all over the floor. And I'm like, oh no. Pull down the ladder to go up in the attic, climb up there, standing on the sort of like dusty attic floor, looking at the water tank going, fuck, what's wrong? No. Stark bollock naked in the middle of winter in a freezing fucking loft, looking at the mist rising from my skin. I'm thinking, this really has been a very bad week. But, you know, now I can wake Kel up when I go upstairs at a ludicrous o'clock and go, hey, Kel, I made money. I actually made some money tonight. And she'll be like, oh, that's good. Now let me sleep. Anyway, where were we? Hard G. Kipogis. Okay, Kippo like hippo? Or, well, how else would I? Or Kippo. I'm gonna say Kipogis. That makes sense. Salford Cell smoked years ago and rolled my own too. Yes, you see, that's, you know. It was, I went back there. You mean the loft? The attic? Sorry, I'm confused now. I've lost the throw on the chat. I've lost the thread on chat, so I need to do that. What you need, Scoundrel, is a hydration bot. Far too much talking with no drinking for a man fighting boss gland. That's true. I do need the water to get my gland down. Single gland. Apparently it's a dental infection that's causing it. See, that's why I felt like poorly and under the weather. And then that's what these antibiotics are for. But then, like, oh, I may as well. Like, the donation stuff is done. All right, no more moratorium on donations for tonight because I'm about to tell a sob story, and if stuff comes after the fact, it's going to make me feel bad. But my dad had a heart attack over the weekend, and I was already feeling ill. And then I looked up the symptoms of heart attacks and went, I've got all of these! Which ended up with me going up to the the emergency doctors, not the A&E, but like the, you know, one up from your GP kind of thing. And the doctor was very good, sat me down, gave me like an ECG and all that kind of stuff, and he was like, right, you're having a panic attack, just everything, blah, 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 here it is. And then gave me some handy advice about quitting smoking. And yeah, it all calmed down after that. But Jesus Christ, what a fucking week. Those are only 3 of the horrible things that have happened this week. Each of them enough to piss me off and ruin the week. But the fact that they all happened one after the other is pretty rough. What do you reckon I should do with the money I've made this evening? I'm thinking I might actually take Kel out on a date. We probably haven't been on a date in like 10 years. At least 8 years since we've had kids. So maybe I'll take her down a restaurant or something and surprise her. Maybe that'd be quite nice. That'll probably make her feel better because she's had like as rough a week as I have. Anyway, where were we? Ocelot. The sub stories. The sub stories are not for money. Not for money. They're just for context. Anyway, where were we? What's the matter? Too spicy for you? Kipo finds something a little bit too spicy. I imagine it's like pierogies. Isn't that a sandwich? Isn't that a sandwich? I watched my mum have a heart attack from smoking. Power to you, man, for quitting. Yes, I mean, it was about time. That's the thing about the panic attacks is, actually, weirdly enough, I was still having a bit of shortness of breath just before I started streaming. And starting streaming and just talking and forgetting about it, I feel fine right now. Even that the infection thing is not too bad. I mean, I'm a bit sweaty, a little bit groggy, but this has made me feel a hell of a lot better, and it appears to have completely quelled the panic attack. Although, you know, maybe the amount of money, when I look at the money I've just received today, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get another one. I'm rich. I'm going to have to pay fucking tax. But hey, I mean, that's an achievement in its own right, isn't it? 10 emotes from that. Man. Pierogies are like dumplings, but Polish. Oh, I had no idea. I thought it was like a big long Subway type sandwich. That's a hoagie, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Oh, hello. We've got another. What is with?
Take her someplace nice.
What was that? I can't read the number, but that looks too big. That's absurd. I'm just going to open up Thingy and have a quick look. Where is stream Thingy? Sorry, this is insane. Same person again. Oh my goodness. Bergendorf, you lunatic. Where are we? What we got going on here? It'll pop up. Jesus Christ. Well, we will go someplace nice. Yes. Man, I have to think about it. I'll have to put photos in the Discord now just to prove I did it. Holy shit. Thank you very much. I mean, thank you everybody. This is nice. Very, very lovely, and I appreciate it greatly. I do. But it's starting to get a little much now. I've already made over £100 in one evening, which feels like highly unusual to say the least. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow, Salford Sal. Much appreciated. Oh God, I need to wipe the sweat from my brow. Which always weirded me out because Russian pierogi means cake, and pirozhok is a type of pastry. Pirozhok, is that how it goes? Thank you very much, Blue Sea Moose. Much appreciated. It's the Let's Get Scoundrel Laid Fund. Oh, slut. I mean, there's no need to donate to that fund. I'm capable. Believe me, capable of making that happen without money. I mean, good lord. Yes, Bergendorf, you check that balance on your phone and then allow the cold sweat to start, and you let me know if I need to refund any of that, because that's quite a lot. Thank you very much. So, where are we? I spelled that correctly. Pronounced. Surely you mean pronounced. Pirozhok. Yeah, something like that. Well, I appreciate it, Bergendorf, but pace yourself. Come on, don't blow it all in one go. You give yourself Blue Wallet, as it's called. Anyway, where were we? Somebody asked me to give them a dwarf, and I did it, and now I've fucking forgotten what was going on. I've been so bloody distracted. It was Salford Sal, who's going to be our tavern keeper. Jesus, it took a while to get there, didn't it? Back to Dwarf Fortress. Everybody calm down. I'm going to not look at chat for a minute, because you're very distracting, in a lovely way. But we need some Dwarf Fortress to take place to actually justify the existence of this stream in the first place. So let's have a little look down here. Where's Salford Sal? Salford Sal, where are you? The tippy tappy of the down arrow. There it is. Press it no more. Sorry, I got hiccups. Now, you are a tavern keeper. Well done. Congratulations on your promotion. And we need a performer. Anybody want to be a performer? Anyone want to be a happy lad? This stream is about the banter. The DF is just icing. Well, I suppose that's on some level true. But, I mean, it is kind of the icing that brings people to watch, you know. If I was sitting here playing... What have I got that I want to play on my queue? Let's have a look. If I played Hitman 2, Disco Elysium, Graveyard Keeper, or Witcher 3, I don't think we'd have this many people watching. Not by a long shot. Dwarf Fortress is like a magical category on Twitch. I mean, it feels... It's weird because there's just that nice sweet spot number of people streaming it where you can kind of just wander in and out of streams and you see the same names and everything, and it's the most, I don't know, community-y category on Twitch for me, at least. I think there's probably games that have an even tighter knit community, but Dwarf Fortress feels very open, very easy to sort of just stroll into and start doing stuff. My wallet has a piece of plastic in it and a single dollar that is my emergency dollar. What can you do with an emergency dollar these days? Because you don't need them for phone calls anymore, do you? Like, emergency money is no longer used for phone boxes and whatnot. I mean, you couldn't really get a cab anywhere with it, could you? Not that I'm knocking your decision to have the emergency dollar, it makes sound sense, but I'm just wondering what a dollar gets you these days. If I had an emergency pound, I'm not sure I'd be able to do much. I wouldn't even, if I was in London with a pound, I don't think I could fucking eat. If you see a homeless person in London and you're going to give them money for food, and that's what you want them to spend it on, give them at least a fiver or they can't buy a fucking sandwich. I mean, London is kind of like a desert. If you've ever been to London with no money in your pocket, it's like being in a desert, or almost like being in like GTA, where there's lots of stuff around you to look at, but there's no interaction to be had. You can't actually engage with anything because you don't have any cash on you. I imagine a lot of big cities are like that, but I've only really experienced it in London. The only other big cities I've gone to, I've deliberately taken money with me because I'm visiting them for a short period of time. I mean, in fact, I think really, I've only really been to Carcassonne and Amsterdam. And then in the UK, maybe I've been to York, Nottingham, Leeds, and most of those were like passing through. Shit, man, I should travel around the UK a little bit more. But then again, I'd have to go camping. Ugh. Disgusting. Anyway, where were we? A 99-cent taco. Sounds alright. Why not? Go for it. Go for it. I don't really get the opportunity to eat too much Mexican food here. There are restaurants and stuff, and you can buy like... Mostly when I have Mexican food, it's like those kits, the old El Paso kits and stuff like that. I do like a good old fajita, like a taco, like the quesadillas. What's the other ones that come in the kits? So I've never really tasted what you could describe as authentic Mexican food. I've had chain restaurant Mexican food and make-at-home kit Mexican food. But why am I talking about Mexican food? What happened? A packet of Space Raiders for 90p. Maybe, but I feel like Space Raiders may have been affected more by inflation than we imagine. Mostly just an excuse to have a crumpled bill, so that you can pull out and like flourish and go, here's a tip for you, my good sir. Although, I mean, again, how much is what? I mean, tipping is not a massive thing in the UK. So, I mean, I've never been to the United States, but I imagine I'd have trouble with tipping because it just doesn't occur to me to do it naturally, you know. And maybe in a restaurant, if I'm in a restaurant sitting down at a table and someone's been waiting, we'll put a tip on the table. But I can't think of any other circumstances where it would feel like, you know, it'd just be something I did as a matter of course. Says a guy sitting on his ass in his house, essentially busking and receiving ludicrous amounts of money for it tonight. I mean, how fucking awful am I? Oh, hello, Astral Flamingo. Welcome back. Another streamer for everybody to check out. Astral Flamingo, not actually usually a Dwarf Fortress streamer. In fact, I don't think you've ever played it, but the Dead by Daylight. You play Dead by Daylight, don't you? That is you. I am thinking of the right Astral Flamingo, aren't I? There aren't two of you, are there? No, there's definitely only one. But yeah, check out Astral Flamingo's stream. We have raided before. Has everybody I've ever raided come into the stream for some reason? So I'm like, at the end of the stream when I decide we're going on a raid, I'm going to have nobody to raid. This is worrying. With tax, it'll be more than $1. That's probably true. The taco probably will come out at more than $1, and that's why I was talking about Mexican food. Where were we? Del Taco, 69-cent taco. Ouch. 69 cents for a taco. I feel like once you're paying like that low for food, I mean, it's either got to be nice, simple, wholesome food. Like if someone offered me a jacket potato, like a baked potato with nothing on it for 69 pence, let's say in the UK, I'd be like, okay, that's fine, I'll eat that. But if it was anything more elaborate than that, I'd be like, where are you cutting corners to make this a viable proposition? 69 pence or cents for something with meat in it seems low. I mean, really super low. We should be paying more for meat. Where are you based, scoundrel? Well, Salford South. I'm just sort of south of London. I'm in the sort of Greater London area to the sort of southeast. Somewhere in the general region of, let's give a landmark that's not too specific. Near-ish sort of Dartford way, if you even know where that is. Or the Blue Water Shopping Centre, if you know that, the largest mall in the UK. Somewhere in that sort of zone of the UK. Oh, I won't be too specific. even though I'm pretty sure there are a few people in the chat who already know my address through various means. Just as long as you don't turn up randomly, that's fine, or send me horrible shit, that's fine. You can know it, but don't share it. Thank you. For $1, says Diana, I can buy a lot of really nice bread and a coffee round here. That's true. I suppose internationally, from the UK and the US, different amounts of money will buy a lot more, won't they? It's interesting. I didn't think Ukraine was that much cheaper, though. Is it really that cheap over there? I thought Ukraine was sort of like mid-tier European economy. Or am I misunderstanding the economics of Ukraine? Intriguing. Costco $1.50 hot dog and a drink. Not a bad idea. Again, $1.50 hot dog. As soon as you add the drink, I'm like, well, what the fuck is in the hot dog? I mean, at least make sure it's got, some dog in it. At least. At the very least. It's got to be, that is the lowest tier meat acceptable in a hot dog, for sure. Taxi drivers. I have tipped taxi drivers, but I very rarely get taxis. I think probably the tipping thing is probably more about the lack of economic interactions I have with people. I go to my local supermarket and I spend money there, and there are a few other places where I spend money, vanishingly rarely. I don't really get out there that much and spend money because I spent so much on my PC and I sit here doing stuff like this instead. I'm a bit of an indoorsy boy. A bit of a stay-at-home idiot. Cupo streaming. Oh, that's all right. We can raid Cupo at the end of the stream as well. That'll be good. Good God, 2.5 hours I've been recording for. I need to stop this recording and take a break so that we don't end up putting another 3-hour video on YouTube that nobody will be able to make it through. I went to a little taco joint in Tampico, Mexico once, and it was like 2-for-1 tacos al pastor night. Between 4 of us, we ordered a total of 72 tacos, and with the exchange rate, it was about $13. Whoa! That's super cheap. Man, I think I would like to go to Mexico, and especially on a sort of a gastronomic tour. That sounds like fun. Not much. I mean, Mexico seems a bit warm for my tastes. I'm very much a cold weather kind of guy. But the food is tempting. I think probably I would enjoy a restaurant tour of Mexico. That would be good. Then again, if I'm going over to the Americas, I'd probably... Just going for food seems a bit nuts. You'd want to spend a bit longer and see some more stuff. Like have a look in America. Maybe take a little peek in Canada. That would be nice. I actually got some friends who live in Canada. I could visit Sunny. Anyway, enough of this internal travelogue. That's madness. Mid-tier, we're almost as poor as Moldova at this point. Really? I have obviously very poor understanding of Eastern Europe then. I thought... I didn't realise. I thought Ukraine was a fairly substantial economy. Ukraine is a huge country. I've looked at a figure somewhere and gone, oh yes, Ukraine doing well, and then not factored in the fact that that's a number split between millions of people. That's probably where I've got the idea from. I know that area. I lived in Colchester in the 90s, so I travelled around the southeast. I've got a friend who went to university in Colchester. He comes on here occasionally, and his name is... What's he called? It's not Lazy Bum. He's called something else on here. The JC Experience. That was him, yes. Another IRL meat space friend who occasionally watches the stream. Some authentic tacos al pastor where they cook the meat on the vertical rotisserie. So good. I tell you what, speaking of vertical rotisseries, I do love a kebab. That's what you can get in the UK. You can get decent kebabs, like doner, shish. Oh, I had a lovely shish. I've become a convert. I used to be pita bread all the way for kebabs, and the other night I decided, just on a whim, I'd try one in a wrap. It's so much easier to eat. I mean, it's a revelation. I just got straight through it really super quickly, and it was lovely. Chicken shish, bit of salad. Lovely. Say hi to Toadie while you're up there. Oh. Is it Toadie Canadian? Or am I missing something there? Have I missed an item in chat? Ukraine used to be a pretty substantial economy before, all the stuff happened. Oh, okay. Maybe I've missed the stuff. Is that still going on? What, the whole Russia invading thing? Is that still a thing? Have I forgotten a war? Oh my goodness. Oh, Ocelot's got no more vodka. Pray for Ocelot. Pray for his spirits. Well, I'm not so sure you are drunk, Bergendorf. If you're at work, I feel like the opportunities for getting drunk are minimal, unless of course you run a bar or something, in which case then probably quite easy to get drunk at work. I remember when I used to work at a working men's club, and people would buy us drinks, and we weren't allowed to drink while we were working, so we had to line them up on the back shelf. Probably made more sense just to keep the money and buy the drinks at the end, but because they bought us drinks, we had to have drinks, and we used to just have a shitload of half pints of whatever beer was on tap and maybe a couple of JD and Cokes lined up. At the end of the shift, I'd be necking them all back down before we'd shut the entire bar up, and then I'd stagger home. My mum used to say she could hear me singing down the street for about 10 minutes before I got home, which is terrible because it was gone midnight by the time I was heading home, so I'm sure our neighbours absolutely fucking hated me. But I quite liked that job at the time. I'm not drunk. I've been drinking for 5 hours. Well, there you go. Spread it out. Spread it out over 5 hours and you won't get drunk. The whole Russian thing is still happening in Ukraine. Man, things just slide you by. Sometimes you see something and go, oh, that's bad, and then you forget about it. Terrible. Northwest US, Seattle, Washington area, I think. Okay. So Toady would be interested probably in visiting Tacoma Games, because Tacoma's in Washington, so they must be close, right? He says, not really understanding American geography. I mean, if Toady did go to Tacoma Games, he could probably acquire tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, etc, etc, etc. And if he told them I sent them, he might get a conversation out of it, but he certainly wouldn't get a discount because that's, come on. They sent me a mug. They've got to make their money back somehow. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, I was doing plugs. I'm travelling for work. Drove 1,300 miles, so staying in a hotel. Holy shit. I don't think I could actually drive 1,300 miles in the UK without coming back on myself. I think, how long is the UK? A few hundred miles? Is it even 1,000 miles long from Land's End to John O'Groats? Which I believe are the two most distant parts of the UK. I've been to Land's End. Never been to John O'Groats. I've never been to Scotland, in fact. I would quite like to, especially if they leave the UK. I might emigrate. It would be nice. We fly back and forth in 2-week intervals. Fascinating. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what is it you do with all this travelling? It seems crazy. Crimea was annexed by Russia, and a part somewhere the size of Wales is in open rebellion. Fucking hell, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. I know if Wales rebelled in the UK, we'd be in a bit of trouble. Well, I don't know, maybe not. It depends how strongly they rebelled. I sing when I'm drunk, says Salford Sal. I mean, I have a habit of doing that as well. It can cause issues. I mean, just the walking home. God knows what I was singing as well. I mean, look at the shirt. I mean, a man wearing a dying fetus hoodie. What does he sing when he's drunk on the way home? Probably at the time Dropkick Murphys, actually, but hey. Russia is not trying to reunite the USSR. No siree. No, of course not. Why would they want to do that? That seems crazy. Oh dear. Do I always have that mug handy? Well, every time. I mean, it's got cold tea in at the moment. During the break, I was going to make another tea. It's already gone 2 o'clock in the morning, though. Fuck it. People have paid me to stay up. I'll stay up late. I will have a drink. I will have a break in a minute, though, because I'll recharge my mug and take that pee I've been waiting for so long. Oh, it's going to be lovely. Provided I don't blow my bell end off when I let the stream flow. That would be a problem. I mean, I'm slightly worried that I'll cut the toilet bowl in half like one of those 6,000 PSI water jets, but we'll see. 6,000 PEESI. Oh, pun. It's not even a pun, is it? Okay. Anyway, that's a terrible joke. 500 miles is about 8 hours drive. 1,300 is just nuts. Yes, I mean, that's a long drive. Maine to Georgia. Now, even I know that's a long way. Georgia's in the south and Maine's in the north. Both states I would have an interest in visiting if I ever went to America. Mind you, there's most of the states I would want to take a look at. There are bits in almost every state that I would like to see. Dwarf migrant transport. Is that what you do for a living? It's interesting. Imagine that. Imagine if it was your job to ferry actual dwarves around. Interesting. Inspect sewer lines. Ah, okay. Oh, those kind of infrastructure jobs, they do have a lot of travel involved, don't they? I mean, that's a lot. The Welsh has never been able to rebel. They've had a go, occasionally. I mean, there was a spate of holiday houses getting burnt at one point. But I feel like being connected to England on a land border it makes it harder to rebel. Because historically, our nation has been somewhat, what's the word? Cunty. We have kind of gone places. I say we. I didn't do any of this shit. It's got nothing to do with me. They have. The people who ran this shit show before have gone around the world going, I think you'll find this is ours now. And the people they've gone to have gone, what do you mean it's yours? Oh, is that lip? Is that back chat? Oh, terrible. We're going to have to execute hundreds of your children. Bang, 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 bang. Now let's pretend that we did this for the benefit of the world. Oh, aren't we great? Oh, there are people in England who are so idiotically romantic that they believe the empire was a good thing and countries would welcome it back. They genuinely believe this. I have spoken to people who genuinely believe this. And I don't know where they're getting their information from, because I find it quite difficult to find anything written after the 1940s that suggests that. But hey, I mean, people are crazy. People are crazy. Shipping up to Boston, whoa! I'm familiar with that album. Good album. Although at the time I would have probably been singing Finnegan's Wake or what's the other one that's a good sing-along one? There's loads of those first two albums. In fact, even The Gang's All Here is pretty good. I've seen Dropkick Murphys live in London probably 10 or 12 times. I think I saw them the first 10 times they played London. And I always loved it when they played Skinhead on the MBTA and the stage got rushed every time. And the last time I went, it was in a venue that stopped it. That wasn't the reason I stopped going, but, you know, there's only so many times you can see the same band. They played with Flogging Molly, I think. That was a good gig. That was a very good gig. Weird gig as well, because I some people I worked with who I didn't know were going to be there turned up, and I was in my cups, shall we say, and that led to some unusual interactions at work later on. Where were we? Let's carry on. Right, we're nearly done. I'll catch up with chat and then we'll get on with some more Dwarf Fortress. If you come to Maine, let me know. I can show you around. Oh, exciting. I will mention it. The likelihood of me ever going to the United States is quite low, though. That's on the very expensive side of holidays. And I think if I do end up going, it's going to be a family holiday and it's going to be to one of the Disneys. So Maine, bit of a trek. You never know. Maybe I'll get a chance to drag the family around the United States. We'll see. But right now, it's a little bit rich for my blood, a holiday in the United States. It's a holiday in the USA. It's tough, kid, but you're not going to get one. Hey, a little bit of bastardised Dead Kennedys for you. Hope you like that. I got in an argument the other day with some British guy who didn't believe that the UK was involved in the Iranian Revolution. And holy crap, I have never had such a frustrating conversation. Believe me, I think most people in the UK have very poor idea of the shit that has been done in their name around the world. Like, the idea that I would guess that person probably has very little idea of what happened in the Iranian Revolution at all. But to say that Britain had no hand in it is like saying that, you know, landmines don't blow legs off. You know, it's just fucking wrong. But you come to the UK and you'll find plenty of people who have no fucking clue. I mean, it's kind of a stock in trade. We have quite a few dummies. Quite a few. Which is interesting, because apparently if you go to America with a UK accent, people are like, oh, you sound so smart. And you're like, well, really, you've got to drop that idea. That is That is a misconception. Where were we? We've been expansionists ever since the French took over in 1066. Very true. Ridiculously so, in fact. The winners write history. That is true to a degree. True to a degree, but I'm sure there must be some books from the losers. I mean, I'm fairly sure. Let's not go there. I was going to start off on a whole Nazi thing, and it's just not worth it. They sound like the people in America who think the South will rise again, or I think they probably are very similar to the people who think the South will rise again. They do. So, like, no, not more donations. We're fine for donations tonight. It's absolutely fine. In fact, once we've set this performer up, I'm going on a break, okay? And it's going to be at least 10 minutes, which I know is horrific for the view count, but we'll be fine. It'll only take me 41 hours to drive to the Tacoma Games from here. Fucking hell, that's crazy. That's crazy time. Then again, actually, Tacoma, the Pacific Northwest, is one of the parts of America I would like to visit. It seems pretty... I mean, there's a lot of places in America that look gorgeous, but the Pacific Northwest, the sort of temperate rainforests seem like nice. I'd like to have a look at that. I'd like to... It's one of the few places I might accept camping, although I want someone with a gun to come with me, because I believe there's all sorts of shit that might want to eat you there. Bears, I think that's far enough north for bears, or is it? Are there still... I heard someone the other day say there are no wild bears in America outside Alaska. That's got to be wrong, right? There's got to be some further south than the Canadian border. The Canadian border? I don't know. Like, they legitimately thought it was just the US who caused the revolution to happen, that the entire coup against Mossadegh was just the CIA and not MI6 doing it. Well, that's daft. Whoa, the yoga ball's out of control. Excuse me. No, they sent me the mug. I posted a picture. I broke a mug. Sergeant Indy, the guy who runs this place, cool dude. He said, I could send you a mug, and I was like, I'm all right. I got mugs, and then I broke one the other day, probably years ago now, and I put a picture in the Discord and went, you might want to send me that mug. I broke it, and he did. He sent me a mug. In fact, he's also sent me a set of D6s as well with his store logo on and everything, which don't really show on the camera. I was going to get them down, but you can't really see them. So yeah, ever since, every stream I've pimped his stuff a bit, and hopefully they've had some benefit from it. It certainly makes me feel like a big boy when I've got an actual sort of sponsor. I mean, no money exchanges hands, but I like my mug. I like it. It feels good. I earned this mug. There are black bears in my neighborhood in North Carolina. North Carolina, you're like separated from Canada by a whole state, aren't you? There's another one north, right? Wanna say Minnesota or what's the one that Chicago's in? These are both probably incorrect. Don't tell me. I know it. Does it begin with I? Illinois. Black bears in Louisiana. Not grizzly bears, though. Those are all in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, okay. So there are loads of bears around. Well, whoever it was on that Joe Rogan's podcast who said that was wrong then. What a wally. He's on the east coast to the south. Oh, right. Carolina. The North Carolinas? Huh. Closer to Atlanta. You see, I know the names of most of the US states, but I have a hard time putting most of them in position. New York, California, Texas, gets a bit hazy. Florida's the dangly dong. I could just say the names of states and put my hands around Utah, Iowa. I'm not actually placing them in any reasonable positions there. I'm just waving my hands around. You do not know the states very well, but that's okay. No, well, I don't know where they are. North Dakota. Oh, okay. There's 2 Carolinas and 2 Dakotas. That's where I'm wrong. I am thinking of North Dakota. That's where I was going wrong. Are there any other states with 2 parts? You got any east-west split ones? Or is it just north and south? North Carolina is halfway down to the right-hand coast, 2 up from the Dangly Dong. Oh, right, okay. Oh, way off of where I thought it was. Way, way off. Oh, yeah. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River, living on here, older than the trees. Sorry, got carried away there. The Wild West and the Wild East. So when they did the whole split thing, did Virginia go, no, we're Virginia, and West Virginia were like, well, no, you're East Virginia, we're West Virginia. Is that how it went down? Or was it more amicable than that? I wonder. Anyway, enough of this state talk. We need a performer, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to click performer. I'm going to search by abilities, attributes, and I'm going to look for the person with the best kinesthetic sense in the fortress. Oh, that's Bergendorf. But they're already something else. They're the tavern. They're the scholar. You can't be a scholar and a dancer. Oh, hang on a minute. There's someone with no nickname. Stinthad Geschudeschel. Okay, you can be the dancer. So let's find them in this list. Stin... Oh, there we go. Herbalist. Not anymore. You're a dancer now. Are you dwarven? Or are you dancer? Both. Okay, fuck me. Okay, we're 3¼ hours into the stream. 2 hours 55 minutes into the recording, and we've advanced the game approximately 10 frames. Hopefully, I'll get more done after the break. Thank you very much for watching up until now. I'm going to pause the action. This is embarrassingly bad. And we're going to head off briefly for 10 to 15 minutes to my home screen, where you're going to listen to some music from a good friend of mine by the name of Sinister Elements, also Lieutenant Hopper occasionally on Twitch. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to pause the swirler. Oh god, this pee is a risky business now. I'm going to be running the severe risk of actually passing my bladder out. Okay. Were you playing Dwarf Fortress? I didn't notice. That's the correct response. That's the correct response. I feel weird, like you're talking about a completely different world. Well, I probably am. I'm probably talking about horse shit that I've seen on the internet that isn't even real. I'm probably making up state names as we go. That's true. I will evacuate the goldfish. It's currently bouncing off the walls. Anyway, let's stop mucking around. Let's get the music ready. Where was I? Let's turn off the camera. There we go. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Hopefully you will enjoy the music. If you type !music in chat, you'll get a link to the guy's SoundCloud. It's a bit obsolete. He hasn't uploaded anything, but some of the stuff that you'll hear is on here. If you can't find what you're looking for, come to the Discord, and I'm sure you'll find stuff. If there's someone in chat who knows them, social media links would be fantastic, but no panic if you don't know them. I will see you all in about 10 to 15. Thanks for watching. Back in a bit. Bye.
Nobody cares a damn where you come from or who you are. These are carriage horses from London. Oh. Hilarious. They see the water, they all jump in. They'd never been through anything bigger than a puddle.
has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for goodness in men. Cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel.
Hello, I'm back again. Oh dear, right, that was a break, probably less than I intended. I said 10 to 15 minutes, but I don't think I was out there that long. I was factoring in normally having a smoke, and obviously I'm not doing that at the moment, so a bit quicker than I anticipated. I did, however, make a nice hot drink. I've made a hot cross bun flavoured infusion, which is it's okay. Bit cinnamony, got a hint of fruit peel in there, but the flavour's a little flat. Tastes alright, but not too strong. Smells lovely though. There we go. So, let's head back over to Dwarf Fortress. Let's not muck about. There we go, Dwarf Fortress, Dwarf Therapist, Dwarf Fortress. Hello? Game? There we go, that's what we're looking for. Oh, I didn't stop recording for the break. Oh shit. Well, it looks like we're going to be producing an epically huge video. I'm just going to check to see quite how big that's got already. It's not showing me, but last stream was 8 gigs, so we'll see. We'll see how big this file is. This might become unwieldy, but we'll live with it. We'll live with it. No, Ocelot has left a Discord message. Hello, and I will respond to that in Discord after the stream. There we go. How to manage dwarven stress. Where was I? Oh, yes, I was closing down some windows, going over here and saying, good, time to resume. While it's quiet in chat, I'll slip in and start doing some actual fortressing. They won't suspect anything. They'll be completely left-sided by it, broad-sided by it, that's the word. So, no traders so far. Not really a hell of a lot happened in the fortress. We've had a mood, and that's about as far as things have gone. I'm a little concerned about the newfound passion they have for this tavern. It seems worrying, just because we've got a lot of people outside the traps. And if we do need to call an alarm and haul everybody downstairs, I'm not certain that we'll get them down quick enough. But okay, we'll live with it for now. Let's try and pop some more chairs and tables in down here. Actually, let's also pop on some Swerwer, especially because it's my favourite track, Kogu-san. Ah, love this one. Excuse me. Well, I'm out, says Bergendorf. Everybody had fun, but sleep is required when playing around manholes all day. Yes, we don't want you plummeting into a pit of shit at high velocity just because you're tired. That would be a bad outcome for this whole scenario. So you get good night's sleep, and you make sure that that waste management system is in prime condition. That's what they clearly pay you the big bucks for. To be fair, if they were saying go down into a tunnel which we used to transport human feces, I would probably want to be paid quite well as well. I don't think I'd do it for chump change. But thank you very much, Bergendorf. Very much appreciated. And bonne nuit, as they say in France, I think. Probably pronounced differently, but I think I said that right. Oh, hot. Okay, let's place some tables. Let's place some tables and let's place some chairs. This is what's going down. There we go. Table there. How many have I got? Wait, what? B, T. There we go. Okay, we'll place a table there. Got 7 of the things, so that's not too bad. So if I place these all... Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I can do one more. We'll save it. We'll do it in a bit. Has anybody been watching Avenue 5? I nearly didn't watch it because I saw a lot of rough reviews, but it's not too bad. It's enjoyable. I didn't even realise it was Armando Iannucci. If I'd known it was, I would have just watched it anyway, but... Oh, there we go. Toodle pip. Auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, etc., etc. Okay, some people are coming down here, but realistically only to place the furniture. Demon Blast, having dinner down here. He's all about the dining hall, but apparently other people not so keen. These floor tiles here, they've just not been smoothed. It's not that they haven't been engraved or anything. Why is this plump helmet spawn forbidden? And these prickleberry seeds. Seeds and spawn should not be forbidden. They should be freely available for picking up and putting in the correct places. Okay, what about this? Is this more? Prickleberry seeds. They love dumping their prickleberry seeds everywhere, don't they? Right, let's get that bit of floor smoothed. DS. Pop the smoother right there. Pop the smoother. Pop the smoother. There we go. Lovely stuff. Well, Furryman has created a masterpiece obsidian table. Well done. Congratulations. Is everything going to plan down here? Let's take a look at the stocks, shall we? Oh, the game's frozen. Because we're going through a quick save. That's fine. That's fine. No need to worry about the game pausing when there's a quick save going on. What I think we'll do is have a quick look at the stocks. And we'll see how our steel industry is doing. Why is that ghost still there? That's a problem. Maybe I need to place our memorial slabs first. They must have been engraved by now. There's no way that through this whole stream we've been paused for so long that they couldn't engrave 2 slabs. Even 1, it was the first one in the queue. This is where we find out how much I've been waffling unnecessarily. Have I really been overdoing it with the chat interaction? Possibly. Potentially. We'll see though. Oh, it's finished. It's all done. Let's go to the graveyard. Where is the graveyard? Down here, isn't it? There we go. Build, Alt-S for slab. Going to bung one in there. We're going to press X to see what we've got. And... oh man, I've been talking for so long that not a single slab has been engraved yet. On a level, that's impressive. But on another level, that's actually a little bit embarrassing. Oh, wait a minute. It got claimed, didn't it? I get you. I get you. I understand what happened now. Okay, so Uvash, you're getting your memorial slab. We need that done quickly. Olon, you can have one too. And can of soda. Oh, seems like you've popped your clogs recently. I could have sworn you were alive earlier. Meng, hello. Okay, is there really that many dead people? I can see dead people. Oh, Haley Joel. Poor little lad. The cat slabs got cancelled as soon as you created the jobs. Needs an unengraved slab. What is this bullshittery? Let's go to our store stockpile and see what's going on. We've got loads of slabs. Why do these slabs not count? Okay, let's go to the workshops. Let's order up some slabs. Just plain slabs. They go in a mason's workshop, don't they? Mason's workshop. Coffer, coffin, throne, table. Oh, someone said put coffers in the tavern. Are we doing them as... hang on. Are we doing those as furniture or in a stockpile? 5 to 10 items. Alright, let's change the range. It's going to be 5 to... No, it's going to be 10 to 20 of them. I want 10 to 20 slabs at all times. And hopefully that will mean we'll be able to get some engraved. Try again. Alt S, Urvash. I mean, really, he's the one because he actually has a ghost. Are we going to cancel that straight away, or... Well, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? We've got slabs. We've got plenty of slabs. I can see the slabs right there. There they are. There are our slabs. What a slab palette. Palette? That's not the word I'm looking for. Platter. Platter is the word I'm looking for. Tasty slabs. Lovely. How about a quick fort tour? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's have a little look. Up to the surface. Tell you what. No, let's not do it paused. Let's let them get some slabs made, then we'll engrave some names, and then we'll be good. So, first things first, we're going to zoom out. What the hell are these beasties? Naked mole dogs. Okay, we are going to pause shit. I'm going to zoom out. Why are these fuckers fuzzing? I'll tell you what I will get when my Twitch money comes through. A pair of headphones. That's probably a good idea, because these are on their way out. Anyway, let's zoom out a bit and take a look at the actual lay of the land. So, as you can see, as I do nearly 100% of the time, I've chosen a volcano in bark. Got a fairly steep little cone. If we head up to the top, this way, you'll see that it rises pretty high and there's not much plateauing at the top. There's a little bit of flat ground, but realistically it's fairly steep. I'm intending, as I almost always do, to put some kind of volcano god temple up there, but as of yet, not got round to it. Now, everything flattens out around this sort of level. We've got some trees. All of the trees on the map at this point will probably be fruit trees because I have auto chop to remove anything that's not fruit bearing. So fingers crossed they're producing some decent fruit. Then again, I've only got a few gathering zones, so maybe they're not being utilised efficiently. If we go down a bit further, you'll see this little corner of the map is a desert biome, and that was essentially so that I could get infinite sand. Now, funnily enough, I didn't have to go outside for the sand. If we dig into this mountainside area here, it's mostly sand, and if we put grazing animals on top of it, they keep it clear and the sand can be collected by these workshops, which we will talk about later once we've looked a little closer at the entryway to the fortress. Oh, not the only entryway. This is the surface entryway. As you can see, we have a drawbridge there. No pit, unfortunately, underneath it. I do like a good drop pit, but we haven't got around to digging one yet, and I've probably... Oh, no, it's actually got decent space underneath it. Maybe we could put a drop pit in. Anyway, we've got our trade depot here, a tavern, which is very recently done. I only activated that this stream. Some bedrooms that do need to be added to the tavern, but that's fine. Storeroom for food, storeroom for trap components, your basic spinning serrated green glass disc traps, and some cage traps, and more spinning green glass disc traps. Bit disappointed with those. They were hyped quite a lot in chat, and it turns out they sort of explode into pieces and need physically rebuilding every time they're triggered, so... not that keen on them at the moment, but we'll see what we can do with them. Down here, this is our barracks for our... currently only 2 strong squadrons, so we do need to sort some military recruitment out. Now down here, I haven't mentioned this since the beginning of the stream, so I should probably catch up with the new viewers. We have a Plains Titan, which has been captured. This is the previous version Sanctum, so not the current one that just came out. This is the one before, whichever one's still got the lazy noob pack for it. Anyway, we've got this Plains Titan who came into this room, which was intended to be a training area for a wrestling squadron, but of course that's going to be a bit dangerous for that now. So what we've done is walled the Titan in, and we've allowed the fortress to carry on around it. Pretty much, if the thing hadn't wandered in here at the end of last session, the fortress would be dead. We would be we wouldn't even be playing Dwarf Fortress tonight. So in a way, the fact that the Titan went in here made me a lot of money. I'm very pleased with that Titan. Anyway, further down we go. One floor down we have the graveyard. We have a library. Not very well appointed book-wise at the moment, but we have only just started purchasing books. And we've got a farm, which is mostly doing plump helmets with a little bit of pigtails on the side, but not too much else. Not too much else, really. I might expand on my farms, but we'll see how it goes. Digging here was a bit sketchy, because if you see these pillars, there were holes in the surface, and we had goblins just charging in. It was a problem. Another point where the fortress nearly fell. But we did survive. It's all good. So down here, this is just an area where I tapped a copper vein. A bit lower down, we come to our dining hall and offices. These little rooms here are offices for various nobles. Just going to check to see how happy they are. Of course, we've got a baron. Shit. So he needs another office, bedroom, dining room, a tomb. Oh, blimey. 2 chests, 1 cabinet, an armour stand and an armour rack. Righty-ho. Right, we'll take a look at that and sort him out in a minute. Butternut Squash got all his requirements. We don't... What's a champion? I don't even know what a champion is. I know what a hammerer is. If we get one of those, I think we get a sheriff next. Maybe I should pop a hammerer in? Now, ideally, you want to pick someone who's really frail and weak so they don't execute everybody for minor crimes, but we'll see what goes on here. Our chief medical dwarf slot is empty. Let's see who's best. Risen is a talented diagnostician, but Salford Sal... Oh, no. Busy in the tavern. Sorry. Can't have you on the medical squad. We're going to go with Risen. No, wait. We've got a perfect... Where's our new Ukrainian viewer? Where are you? You're in here somewhere. Let's have a look in chat so I can... Dayana. S for search, yep. T-E-Y. There you go, another promotion. Chief Medical Dwarf, no longer a glassmaker. There we go, very exciting. Sorry, back at the noble screen. It's only really the Baron we need to worry about. Ah, shit, no manager? Oh, fuck this shit. Let's have Mel, but we'll just take the first competent organiser we come across. Bang, there we go. That fulfilment will be required. Sorry, that requirement will be fulfilled in a minute because we've actually got the infrastructure set up to automatically tick over. There we go. So if we give this a few seconds for the office to change hands. I treat all ills with a shot of whiskey. Well, Salford Sal, maybe this will work as a top-tier medical strategy. I don't know if we could convert the NHS to that way of working, but, you know, could work for dwarves. Could work for dwarves. Ah, that's better. I've just put the cushion back on the yoga ball. A little bit more balance goes a long way. I must admit, I'm very pleased with this combination I've discovered. A donut-shaped cushion, like with actual sewn-on sprinkles and stuff, on top of a yoga ball. It's very nice. It's very stable. Keeps you upright. It's good. I like it. Sorry, where were we? Let's go and have a look and see if those things have been fulfilled. Yes, manager's happy. Medical dwarf is happy. It's only the Baron who's not happy. But I feel like we'll be able to sort that out pretty quickly. That's our manager's office. That's our captain of the guard's office. That's our bookkeeper's office. This one doesn't have anybody, so hooray. We can give that straight to the Baron. Everyone else is happy. So... make a throne room or study. There we go. Assign the chair and it can go to Shizou, the Baron. I, Baron Vladimir Shizou. Let's do that and we shall auto-allocate it to a Baron. I don't think so, because that's not like a title that passes on, is it? The dwarf dies and the barony goes with it unless they've got kids. I don't fucking know. I don't like feudal. It's a bad system. So let's escape done there. The Baron should be cheered up a little bit by that. We'll give it a second for him to claim it. Okay, so he's got an office, he's got quarters, the dining room and the tomb are an issue. He's got 1 chest, he should have 2 chests. Is there not 2 chests in that room? No, there aren't 2 chests. That's fine, we can build chests. If we do, what is it for a container? H. And then Pop that there. Let's give everybody 2. Why not? Why not? There we go. In there. In these coffers. Nice coffers. Whatever. And we can put a couple of cabinets in these rooms as well. What's a cabinet? F, isn't it?
Yeah, baby. F. Never ever, baby.
Oh, I can't recommend Disco Elysium enough. It's a very good game.
A very good game indeed. Well worth your time and effort.
Let's pop another container here. Coffers. An older chest. Why not? Okay. So once all that shit's been placed, it should cheer up our Baron a bit. But I think the best thing we can do is give him one of these giga-sized bedrooms. So build bed. Pop that in there. Made out of tower caps. Lovely. Let's get a door on this bad boy. There we go. Very nice. Give it a few seconds of turnover so that we can get ourselves furnitured. Come on, dwarves. In you go. In you go. Oh, my phone's died. Ah, I was getting a free view by watching that. Let's start that up again. Ah, there we go. And close enough. Oh, there's 203 people watching Dwarf Fortress. That's good. That's a big number. It's not normally anywhere near that. It's blind. Let's have a look. Oh, I should check Cupo's still streaming because we're definitely going to invade him afterwards. I say invade. I think the term is technically raid, but whatever. So let's designate some smoothing for this noble's bedroom because I feel like they're going to appreciate it. They're going to get a little stiffy from it. That's a bad way to phrase it. Why did I say it like that?
We're going to get a little stiffy from the smoothing. Ooh.
And the current owner assigned the bed to Shizou. There we go. You got a bedroom now. How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about that? Feel happy about that? Oh yeah, we're in the middle of a tour. Sorry, Salford Sal. Back to the surface. Here we go. Down to the graveyard floor, down the floor again, and then we get to our dining hall where our offices are, which are now suitable for the nobles we have. We've got a dining hall here. This goes over here to a well shaft that goes all the way down to the caverns. It's our only source of water. It has corpses at the bottom, but so far that doesn't seem to have been an issue. We've got a prepared meals stockpile here, a raw ingredients stockpile over here, 3 stills, and a kitchen with a little plump helmet in it.
The forgotten beast, Akmot, has come. A gigantic, one-eyed cobra. It has thin wings of stretched skin, and it has a bloated body. Its crimson scales are blocky and overlapping. Beware its poisonous bite.
Well, it's a flyer. That's a problem. But the poisonous bite is better than poisonous spit and dust and stuff like that. So we will deal with this little chap once... where is it? There it is. It's in the caverns, actually. Which cavern layer is this? Is this cavern layer? No, they're in cavern layer 1. Those are the corpses at the bottom of the well. If I go up, yeah, there we go. Back in the fortress. Okay, don't let me forget the forgotten beast, but let's get on with the tour. So, yes, dining hall. We've got an egg-laying area here which hasn't been set up properly, so I don't think we're even accruing eggs. And it looks like we've only got 2 scrotum birds left. So they must have been dying. Oh well. Over here we've got a butcher's and a tannery with this little structure here that I like to call a miasma baffle, which kind of prevents miasma getting into Gen Pop, as it were. If we go down another floor, we'll see our hospital at the bottom there with our prison at the top, which apparently is the place to leave buckets. Is that forbidden? Nope, it wasn't forbidden. It's just been left there. Someone's just abandoned it. Never mind. So if we go down past the hospital, we have the bedroom zone, which you've already seen because I was just talking about it. We've got the mayor's bedroom here. We've got the captain of the guard's bedroom. This will be the baron's bedroom. Baron also wants a tomb, so we will need to go back to the thing. Everything else is basically just a little layout of these 3x4 rooms. Nothing too exciting. Go down a level, we've got our lovely organised stockpile on the right, and on the left is a massive finished goods stockpile, which is obviously way bigger than necessary. And I will probably prune it down at some point as well, because I want to start pulling items out into their own individual stockpiles. I notice that the stockpile for slabs is almost full. So if we go down another floor, we should come to the industrial zone. Little crystal maze reference there. So let's set that going. Hopefully that won't get immediately cancelled. Cancels melt object. That's fine. I don't care if you cancel that. But somebody get up there and engrave that slab, because... What was that? Was that cancel? What? Oh, maybe. Hang on. Click, click. Give to a stockpile workshop. G. Go up a floor, up a floor. No, sorry, down a floor, down a floor. And we give to that one. Cool. Let's also give to this one, just in case. There we go. And now maybe they'll be able to do it. Oh shit, where am I? Here we are. Let's put in the order. Add slab of ash. Go. Let's resume. Wait for the cancellation that will inevitably come by. Why has that Mason's Workshop got a coffin sitting in it? I'm pretty sure we have a proper stockpile for coffins. Maybe I'm wrong? Must be the update that has everyone retching? I'm not sure. We haven't had... The update hasn't actually been done in this fortress. Mind you, is that a banana? No, it's a slab. It's a banana slab. And looks like the engraving's been done. Let's head up to the graveyard, and then once we've placed this, we can do our we can continue the tour. So build Alt S. I would like a slab, and I'll press X to get the deets, and bingo, that should go in, and then we should see the purple text saying we got rid of the ghost, which would be lovely. Okay, here we are at the lovely industrial zone. Again, we got workshops of various kinds with their source materials here feeding into them, and the reason they weren't doing the slab engraving was because I hadn't fed the segregated slab stockpile into those workshops, so they couldn't actually claim the raw materials, which is interesting. Presumably I told them to take from the stockpiles here rather than telling those stockpiles to give to the workshop. I don't know if there's any difference in the way it works out when you do that, but apparently something. Forgotten Beast shit. Fuck! We don't even have a military. Buggeration. Zebu Sloopy. Akmot Simu Fasmat Zebu Sloopy. You bastard. You fucking prick. Oh my god, it's on the surface. Chansu! Chansu! We have an opportunity. Let's get to the military screen. Military screen. Here we go. Alerts. Everybody to the siege hall, please. All dwarves report to the siege hall immediately. Nobody is to remain on the surface. Let's watch this happen. Okay, some dwarves are dying. It's not good. It's far from optimal, but okay, it's heading in the wrong direction. It's time to flip that switch. But how many dwarves are we going to lose? Oh, this is troubling. Troubling. Now, it's not going to get affected by the traps. So, what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go down to the dining hall. There should already be people here. I'm going to shut the front door. I'm going to do it. There we go. But we're going to leave the downstairs gate open. Or rather, we're going to open it so dwarves can get in. Shit. Pause. F3. Click that. Add pull. Now. Done. Go down here. Unpause it. Is the surface one closed? Get in, lads. Come on. Everybody in. Everybody in before the FB gets in. They're all in. Is the Forgotten Beast still outside, though? Question mark. Well, we'll find out pretty quickly when I go you, others, Forgotten Beast, zoom. Oh, it's outside. It's fighting somebody. It's killing someone. But it's outside. Cool. Okay, so we can resume. And then, actually, let's take a little look at this beastie again. It's a giant one-eyed cobra, you say. Is it taking damage? Can we see it anywhere? There he is. Enter view. Its body is cut open. Its body is bruised. Its left wing is cut open. Its right wing is cut open. Its tail is dented. Its tail is bruised. Its mouth is bruised. Okay, so we're not doing too badly. We do appear to have given it a run for its money. We've beaten it up unintentionally without even realising. I like this. I am happy with what has occurred here. Okay, sure it's not dead, but it's horribly wounded, and as long as we can get rid of the fucking thing before traders turn up, it's going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. I mean, technically, we could take off the alert right now, but I feel like we're not quite ready for it. I'm going to pause the action briefly. We're going to head over to Therapist and check our population. Hello, Cooler. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. And Angry Ram Enthusiast, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining us. How many elves have I killed so far? Every single one that's turned up, which actually technically totals out at 0. But that's a moving number. That's a changing target. Every elf that arrives will be killed, definitely, 100% certainly. I mean, occasionally we might check to see if they've brought any exciting exotic animals, but generally speaking, they get killed. I mean, ideally, we'll chuck them in the volcano, but we'll see how that works out. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Depends. It depends. 0.44, I think so. It's not the new one. It's the one that was still supported by Lazy Noob Pack. So there you go. Would a Forgotten Beast fight a Titan? Ooh. Release the Titan, says Sanctum. I'm not going to release the Titan, but the idea of getting the two things to fight does sound interesting. Having said that, the Titan barely took a scratch from fighting our entire military, and the Forgotten Beast is already badly wounded after just fighting regular scrub-tier dwarves, so it might not be the spectacular battle you'd hoped for. Let's have a quick peek at the battle. Actually, let's see what's the... No, it's been so long since it fought that there's no... Oh, bugger. Should have got in there sooner. Should have had a look sooner. Is the lower level open still? Yes. Have we got any dwarves heading through the caverns in order to get to safety? It looks like we have most of them in. You know what? I'm going to go up to the surface. We're going to pause again, and I'm going to go over to Therapist and see what our population looks like now. We had 103 adults, 5 children, and 2 vulnerable babies. Let's have a little read, see how that's changed. Okay, it could be a lot worse. We're down to 93 adults, 5 children, and wait, have we lost a vulnerable baby? We may well have lost a vulnerable baby. I could do a survey to see if any of our important skills have gone, but for now, let's just check. How many liveys? How many namies have we got? 28. I think that's about the same. I don't think any named characters died. Apologies if you've noticed that you've died. What have we got going down here? It's looking all good, actually. I don't see any obvious deficiencies. Have we actually got any military dwarves left? Let's find out. Sort by squad. Squad. There we go. Both of them are still alive. However, they're still both pretty shit and they need people to join them. Otherwise, our military is never going to get off the ground. In fact, in a minute, we will have a little look-see at getting those guys recruited. Oh, the Forgotten Beast is wandering around again. It's on the move. It's on the move again. What are you doing, Forgotten Beast? Are you leaving? Are you on your way out of here? Oh no, there's dwarves lying on the floor that aren't actually dead yet. It's dragging itself over to them. Who is this poor sod stuck in this little area here? It is Datan, a miner. He's not named, so it's not that important. Can we see him? Oh, terribly sorry. What have I done? There we go. Back onto Therapist. Just in time, Tidy. Just in time. I caught it moments before you mentioned. it does seem to be having trouble. Is it going to die before it reaches this guy? Will he? No. He's not going to hospital. That much we can ascertain. Can we look at this bad boy's wounds, I wonder? Let's check to see how it's doing. Enter view. Okay, the bruising appears to have healed, but the denting and the cutting opening definitely has not. Okay, maybe we send our 2 military lads out to confront it? I mean, that does seem like total hubris. I feel like if we do send them out, we are going to lose them almost immediately. And again, I mean, it's wounded. Perhaps we should strike while the iron is hot. Ooh, decisions. I mean, we could just leave this open for a bit, right? Oh, we need to turn the alert off, don't we? We've got to deal with the damn thing. So up to the surface. Let's go over here, F3, and we'll open the main gate. Wait, no, this is bonkers. Why would I do that? If it's not going for the lower gate, it's not going to go for the main gate, is it? What I want to do is have it come in and get smashed by the bridge. That would be my optimum outcome. Optimal. Because it's certainly not going to trigger any traps. Oh, that's it. Get out of here. Fuck off. Oh, you're just fighting naked mole dogs. Come on, piss off the edge of the screen. You've been wounded badly enough. You can run without shame. You can flee without being humiliated, surely. You've got your goddamn belly cut open. If I had my stomach cut open, I would definitely run away. Unless I was strapped down or something. Obviously, in that case, I wouldn't be able to. But whatever. Why think these dark thoughts? Why go there? You could wall off the top of the stairs and release the Titan. So the problem with that is, to release the Titan, we have to deconstruct walls rather than pull a switch. And Cryptbeards rush the winner. Are you mad? Do we really want to finish the fortress this evening? Because that feels like what could happen. That feels like what might happen. And we haven't got a lazy noob pack for the new version yet. So, I mean, maybe I could give it a go. Or maybe I could just play something else in the interim while we wait. Let's pull the lever. Let's watch to see if the Forgotten Beast heads down here. I don't see it. Is it upper floor? Where are you, Forgotten Beastie? Where are you? Reveal yourself. Show yourself. Others, I'm invited guest. Here we go. Zed. Who's here? It's right there. It's not... doesn't appear to be coming much closer to the fortress. Come on. Down you come. Come towards the gate. Come, baby, baby, come, come. Oh, the thing's not even open. What's going on here? Has anyone pulled the lever? They do appear to have... Ah, there we go. Right, now we need to find out where the bastard's gone. Where are you? Z, and then F, we follow. Oh, he's coming in. Okay. Come on. You're going slow enough that I feel like we might be able to give you a rough time. This is suicide. What am I doing? Okay, F3. Let's go pull the lever again. F3? Oh, God, stop following. There we go. Don't pause it. Oh, God. Okay. Add pull now. Boom. Back to the surface and unpause. Right, we are hoping beyond hope. Ooh! Oh, I fucked up. I really fucked up. Shit. Well, turns out we're going to activate our rather shit military, who've already got a kill order, apparently. Oh, they've got orders to kill that Titan. Oh well. No wonder they haven't been training. A, K, and then you can charge in and kill that boy. Killed that boy? Killed that boy. Are they charging out of the dormitory? Doesn't... Oh. It's a crash. It's a full-blown crash, so we've lost all of the progress since the last quick save, which is disappointing, to say the least. However, that said, it is 20 past 3 in the morning here, so I feel like it might make sense for me to call time on the stream. Let's just stop the record. YouTubers, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, but unfortunately, bit of a cold stop there. Disappointing to say the least. Bye, YouTube. Bye.